Right down the middle. Good luck.
I think I'll keep it.
Me too.
Hedge mass?
Yep.
All right. We're underway. On the left is Force of Phil Blackman of Eternal Dirtles with Miracles. And on the right, joining us for the first time in a while, is Ron on Cephalid Breakfast and a Hedge Maze Surveil, a Tap Mystic Sanctuary, now a Brainstorm.
Go ahead.
All right, unclear if the players knew what they were up against in this matchup, so that could be interesting. I think most people are aware that Force of Phil is on Miracles, but we'll see. Here's Portent. Portent has a hot new version in Dustmorn Commander, by the way. Worth checking out if you're a fan of the card. Meticulous Archive, Surveil on end step. Bill calling for a ban of Brainstorm in the chat. Wow.
I'll dump that.
Bill, listen. Bill and people like Bill that call for bans of Brainstorm, you have to understand something, okay? Legacy players, what they want makes no sense, okay? Does everybody understand? But just an idea, what if we took like some beloved cards, let's say Psychotog and Shadow Mage Infiltrator, combine them together, they're both blue-black, they're both beloved cards, and make the card a Legacy staple. Legacy players will love that, right?
So I am at Thank you. Playing it fast and loose today.
There's no way anyone would hate that, right?
I do.
And just ponder. Shit.
The Brainstorm?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Scott, absolutely right. Card can't possibly ruin Legacy. Yeah.
Or the trigger.
I'm just throwing ideas out there, you know?
Hell.
There's a Brainstorm. So we've seen a Cephalid Illusionist get countered. We've seen a couple of cantrips fired off. Ron going to attempt to rebuild. I expect, since we see Hedge Maze on the board right now, the blue-green Surveil land from Karlov Manor, Nadu is in the mix. And there it is, the bird. Now infamously thrown the hell out of Modern. Here's Nadu Winged Wisdom on the stack.
Flat over the Nadu. Pitch another Brainstorm.
Force of Will pitching Brainstorm.
3 left. Draw.
Ron's going to force back, throwing away a Cephalid Illusionist. It looks like Nadu is going to resolve. Dr. Pepper 77, thank you for the sub with Prime, and 7 months to go along with it. Perfect for your username. Alan Delvergo says, I'm in the Philly airport, and I'm sure I've clocked some LobsterCon attendees. What the heck is LobsterCon again? Does anybody know?
Can you use a new type? The same as tribal. Yeah, the same as tribal. Oh, tribal is fine. 3, 4, 5, 6. The fact that deck is still around. It's crazy. I'm going to probably take it too.
All right, a Brainstorm for Force of Phil once again. Twitch chat, predicting a long game. Richard and Pizza asking a big question: was Nadu tested for 1v1? They don't test the cards for 1v1 anymore. They don't do that. Bill says it's the pre-modern Eternal Weekend. Oh God. Falling asleep already.
With the trigger?
Yep.
Harry Houdini, thank you for the resub. 26 months. So happy to have been here for 26 months. Thank you, Harry. Harry holding us down with a green gifter badge, which almost none of you have, actually. So, Harry Houdini, a pillar of the 90s MTG community, I would say.
Sure.
So trigger. Put Nadu in my hand.
Kind of a neat play here. Nadu getting exiled anyway, getting 2 Nadu triggers out of the deal. Swords on his own Nadu, which should have gone to exile, but I guess that's unlikely to matter. We have a wrong zone violation.
I bet you'll never guess what I'm going to do.
All right, force pitching Brain Surge. Nadu is countered. Force of Phil managing to keep the breakfast crew off the board. Here's Leyline Dowser.
Merlin counter. Okay.
Has to go.
Yeah, it is true that the breakfast deck can reanimate creatures potentially, but there was already a Nadu in the yard, so that's why I said it doesn't matter. But put the cards in the zone. All right, Narcomoeba comes down. That'll resolve. Force of Phil has a swords, but Prismatic Ending removed the Leyline Dowser.
I guess my graveyard.
Leyline Dowser would have been a nice way for Phil to get ahead in this game.
Shuffle up.
And then I'll pay.
Bill says Phil was talking about not playing I Win the Game cards in his deck. Shows up with Leyline Dowser. Yeah, Force of Phil discusses such things on the Eternal Dirtles podcast once in a while. By the way, did we just lose connection or something just now? Is everything working okay?
Go.
Good.
Can someone let me know if there's a catastrophic failure of the stream? So Narcomoeba equipped with Shuko.
Yeah.
Go.
Good.
Yeah.
All appears to be working okay on my end. A Hype Train just started after Pew Pew has resubbed for a 17th month and says, I'm tired of Narcomoeba ruining Magic. Yeah. It's the Future Sight set. That's another portent for Phil resolving now. He's going to choose to shuffle this time.
Pass you.
All right, no miracle that time.
Attack.
No bonus.
Narcomoeba equipped with Shuko continuing to hit for 2. Here's Nomads and Core, one of the combo pieces.
Go ahead.
Card.
4. Sure.
The Wandering Emperor. Haven't seen this one in a while. Very cool card. I want to say about 2 years ago was really hot in Legacy. But it's simmered down, but a pleasure to see this card in action.
Fatal Push the Barrow Clay.
Remind myself.
Rules. Because that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the-
yeah.
Remember those drawings.
I'm a fan. All right, there's a Terminus for Phil, so the board is cleared of creatures, and the Wandering Emperor will make a Samurai.
Escape for that is 3 on a black.
Pass you.
How many cards?
2. good. Plus 13.
Sure.
Back to 3. Or his visions.
Okay, the Yu-Gi-Oh card representing a samurai. It attacks for 3. It's a 2/2 base power toughness created by the Wandering Emperor, and now it has a +1/+1 counter on it after the Wandering Emperor has plussed. 2.5 minutes approximately left on this hype train. Sub, gift, or cheer to level us up.
I'll pass.
Cavern of Souls, maybe Wizard.
Sure.
Cavern on Wizard, that could potentially create some problems. Thassa's Oracle. Okay. Not the worst.
What's the top X codes? On top of your library, put the rest on the bottom. I think I'll go with that one. All equipped?
Yep.
And pass.
Yeah.
All right, Thassa's Oracle equipped with Shuko.
2/3.
2/3, yeah.
Attack with 3.
No blocks.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, making a backup Samurai 2/2. Wandering Emperor at 1 loyalty.
Oh, dude, that fighting ball therapy, you're cooked.
Brainstorm?
Brainstorm resolving here for Ron. No real attacks at the moment for Thassa's Oracle on this Wandering Emperor. Okay, a swords on a Samurai as a start. Force of Will will gain some life back up to 11. And a gesture to attack the Wandering Emperor. The Samurai will, of course, jump block to protect. Thassa's Oracle does not have vigilance.
Yeah.
Ponder?
Sure.
That's an easy one.
All right.
Okay, now a Ponder. Maybe if this Ponder had fines removal for the Samurai that was just there, this being played after combat won't look so good.
Go ahead. Sure.
Brain Surge on end step here for Phil. No miracles. Looks like Phil has plenty of removal. I spotted at least 2 Sword Splashers and a Terminus.
So this will technically get exiled underneath it.
6 cards in hand for Phil. Here's a Ponder.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question for the chat and for the YouTube comments. Which decks do you consider tier 1 right now? Which decks do you consider tier 1 right now? Your opinion. Leyline Dowser back on the board. Prismatic ending on Shuko, it looks like. Shuko gone. Wandering Emperor has plus. There are no creatures on the board currently to block. Thassa's Oracle only has 1 power.
The possibility that's a +1/+1 counter on a creature right now. Target this.
Dinos and Radstag Maverick. Yeah, I think those are the tier 1 decks, actually. AJ Potato and Aviator got it right.
Dude, that's the classic American.
All right, casting on Narcomoeba, attacking the Wandering Emperor. The Wandering Emperor will lose a loyalty. Leyline Dowser getting activated. Thwart to hand. Here's Terminus. 2 creatures on the board for Ron currently. They'll go away. Wandering Emperor will plus. No targets. Activating the Dowser. Put a Flooded Shrine into the yard.
Can adapt be done at instant speed?
Yeah. Okay. So.
Barrogoyf has a lot of fans in the chat.
Go ahead.
All right, the Wandering Emperor will make another samurai, create another samurai. Eldrazi, Frog, and Painter, says Vasilak. High Train complete. Thank you for the subs.
I'll pass him.
Okay. Finish up. Fetch end of turn.
Yep.
Storm says, I wish Doomsday was tier 1. Do you, though? Do we want to play against Doomsday? Oh. The artifact on Phil's side is Leyline Dowser. I'll get the text up on the screen again. Card from the Outlaws Thunder Junction Commander set. Might be an overlooked one. Card can really do a lot. Call Me, says Frog, Reanimator, and Eldrazi. Yeah. Alright, plussing the Wandering Emperor. Attacking with a 3/3 Samurai. It gets swords. Phil will gain 3.
Force of Will.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Mystic Sanctuary puts Force of Will on top. I believe Phil still has Thwart in hand, right? I haven't lost track of that. There's an Urza's Saga. Making some constructs could help the cause, I guess.
Nomads?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Nomads and Core on the board. Phil should be able to deal with that.
There's nothing in there?
Why not both?
And also
So like once you, I forgot, is it more expensive than like Melody and stuff like that, or what?
Creates another Samurai. Back down to 1 loyalty as the Wandering Emperor.
2.
I was thinking about trading.
Urza's Saga has hit 2 chapter counters now. It can start making some really weak constructs. This is there's a Lotus Petal to help, but as there's Nadu Winged Wisdom once again. I mean, there's no way this resolves, right?
Cards. 1.
1 card in Ron's hand. I think that's getting. Oh, all right. Let's it resolve. Swords it. Fair enough. Ponder revealed. That will go to hand. Ah, the Cavern was used. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Cavern was used. My bad. Good catch by the chat. Good catch by the chat.
Take it.
Pass.
End of turn, make a guy.
Yep.
I don't have any.
Okay, end of turn, making a construct. Jen in the chat is Ron. Okay, good to know. What's up, Ron?
You're replaying it, Chloe? I have started off the game. You're very
Okay. Chapter 3. Draw. Triggers on the stack. Make a guy.
Yep.
so much better.
That's tapped. And search.
Yep.
Okay, going to search now with Urza's Saga. Magic Ad's calling it out. No proper token. Yeah. Shuko is found. One of the combo pieces.
Did you learn like playing Magic? I always know.
Stancil says, is Ice Age the best swords art? Let's be careful with the best art stuff.
Okay. Draw 3.
Magic players have no idea.
And you're exiled.
Blood strands.
Alright.
No, I'm not taking it. 7 to activate. 7 to activate, and then any Eldrazi? Yeah. Okay. That's my second. I will respond to that.
Ponder.
Sure. to block. Yeah.
That one. Cards in hand.
Pondering. So the Yu-Gi-Oh cards on Ron's side are constructs created by Urza's Saga. The Yu-Gi-Oh card on Force of Phil's side is a samurai created by the Wandering Emperor. Attacking the Wandering Emperor right now with a Shuko-equipped construct. Swordsing the other construct, it looks like.
Four.
Good luck.
It looks like offering a trade with the samurai, and all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards are now gone.
So you draw literally a card, and then I get to see it, and when I get when it takes out, I can play it.
He's caught.
This match drags on. The Wandering Emperor continues to put up quite a fight. Leyline Dowser will continue to gain Phil a card advantage here. Here's Brain Surge.
Yeah. I think this is underrated.
Yeah, the Wandering Emperor is putting in work, I would say. Leyline Dowser, Prismatic Ending to hand.
I'm gonna take Brain Surge.
Prismatic ammunition.
So I'll just let you on the side of this and pass it.
Fetch. Go to 2.
Scott says, I think Phil has a backup Emperor too. I didn't see that. But, pretty good if so.
Okay. 7 in hand.
7 in hand. Passed it.
All right, cool. Gucci.
Teferi. It's getting Force of Negation immediately.
No, you're at 17. You're doing the right thing. It's still it's
Got it.
Basic Island thrown away.
And for turn. Plus you like a prop type.
Take it.
Pass it.
Twitch chat losing track of things a bit here. Yeah, the Thassa's Oracle is on the bottom of the deck, I believe. Ron confirms that in the chat.
3.
Sure. Yeah, brainstorm's good.
There's a saga. I'm sorry, I need that.
Okay, there's another Urza Saga. Yeah, Brecht in the chat pointing out Nadu or Saga tokens could also win the game as well. It's not all up to the breakfast Thassa's Oracle combo. Plussing the Wandering Emperor. Now the Samurai is a 4-4, so Force of Phil has quite a clock. Dropping down to 9. And I think I saw just now that Phil does, in fact, have another copy of the Wandering Emperor in hand, unless that's a different Planeswalker. I can't tell for sure, but I think it is another Wandering Emperor. Leyline Dowser will continue to be activated. Brain Surge went to hand that time.
Back for 5.
Captain says, wonder how much Phil has spent on altars. It has to be like millions of dollars at this point.
And then I
Around
see
8.
it. Keep going.
Grab this Tundra that's on top.
Yeah, 2 voices in my hand. I'm good. I don't need more land. Any creatures.
Maybe even tens of millions.
Days. I'll return a hedge base to my hand.
And then Brainstorm.
Brainstorm's
Down. Murktide comes in.
Okay, so I got 4 What's like the original, like,
Play hedge mace.
I will
Also go.
make a construct
Sure.
and block it.
Sure.
Okay, chump blocking with a construct. Phil is fine with that. The Samurai is now a 5-5. Wandering Emperor has 4 loyalty. Terminus discarded to hand size, it looks like.
Okay. Draw step, trigger. Make a dinner.
Yeah, 5/5.
Okay, searching with Thassa's Oracle. Alec and the Ink, thank you for the resub 15 months. In light of an election year, Chris, will you accept mail-in votes for the next match? Yeah, people are always mailing in their votes. And, yeah, why not? Let's do it.
I'll attempt to daze it. And race my hand.
Wizard.
Yep.
All right, Nadu cannot be countered. It will resolve. Unlikely to last very long, if we're being honest.
Pass the turn.
It does.
Sure.
Leyline Dowser dumped into the trash. You see how Phil's graveyard is arranged right now? One of the things, I mean, I understand playing the game logistically, you have to do this sometimes. But when my opponent has a graveyard like that, I hate having to ask, can I see your graveyard? It's like, oh, man.
It's like we've seen in the past. We can metagame this thing.
I'll take it. Attack for 6.
Attacking for 6 with this 6/6 Samurai. Ron's going to take it, drop down to 2. This particular game is being played at Game Storia in Queens, here in New York City.
It's a little more for sure.
Casey Greger, thank you for the resub, 15 months. Hi, friends. It's a Brain Surge resolving now for Force of Fill, putting some cards back on top. Prismatic Ending on Nadu. Nadu will trigger. Thassa's Oracle revealed. Looks like Ron's holding a Cephalid Illusionist. The Thassa's Oracle we saw. A copy of Force of Will, I believe. If Ron could assemble a breakfast combo and fire it off instant speed, like with Nomads and Core, could potentially cast a Thassa's Oracle that can't be countered. It's going to be tough to break through Phil's defenses at this point, though.
Oh, no.
I think Phil is actually running a copy of Gaia's Blessing. Phil is very low on cards in the library.
Wizard.
Okay, Wizard. Here's Illusionist. Narcomoeba. That is in.
Sure. Flip over Guy's Blessing.
Gaia's Blessing. There we go. Scott was right. Gaia's Blessing will resolve. Graveyard gets shuffled into the library. Doesn't the Gaia's Blessing get shuffled in too, or am I forgetting how that card works?
Attack for 6.
Attacking for 6 with the Samurai. Another Yu-Gi-Oh card goes down.
Trigger.
The Leyline Dowser is a replacement. It goes to hand. Good catch. Yeah, I forgot why it went into the graveyard for a moment there. That's why we need the chat here. If it was just me by myself, we wouldn't get any of this right.
Can I shoot Grogu?
Sure, you can.
Yeah, Pew Pew wants me to be fired.
I'm going to Guy's Blessing targeting your 3 fetch guys that I just pulled up.
What does that do?
Target player shuffles 3 cards into their library and then I draw cards.
Okay, so Gaia's Blessing shuffling 3 fetches into Ron's library, just kind of like ruining the deck a tiny bit. Wandering Emperor continues to do its thing, making another Samurai Yu-Gi-Oh card.
That was pretty epic. I was thinking about playing like the turn before you played
Looks like Phil is still holding that thwart. As some of you are aware, thwart can return Mystic Sanctuaries to hand. Nomads and Core just hit the table. Leyline Dowser puts a Terminus.
Did you have a demo
Okay, +1/+1 counter onto the newer Samurai. 2 Narcomoebas are chump blocking. It looks like Phil is close to closing this out.
Sure.
Important target myself.
I ultimately can definitely because
That's the same.
because if I were to sneak I would have to hope that you don't Bio die. It was a weird
Urza Saga comes in, gets its first chapter counter. Is there any way for Ron here? I mean, Thassa's Oracle can block. Scry. Looks like a Swords went to the top of the deck. Force of Will was the second card down. No, one of the cards is put on the bottom. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah.
Probably the Force.
Wandering Emperor.
Ooh, the Wandering Emperor getting flashed in here on end step.
All thwart picking a piece.
Thwart returning 3 Mystic Sanctuaries to protect the Wandering Emperor. And that is the game. Game 1 goes to Force of Phil.
All right. Sick.
Sick.
So Force of Phil grinded that one out. Moving on to Game 2, Ron will be on the play.
Oh.
Me too.
Meticulous Archive, Serval dumps a Tundra into the graveyard. Vinny says Legacy is the only format where a Game 1 is 40 minutes. I don't know about that.
I was like, I don't
Right, so draw, yeah, you'll draw first, yeah.
that was like I could
Yeah, we have to be low on time in this match, right? Harry Houdini, accurate in the chat.
Go ahead.
All right, Cephalid Illusionist will hit. People of the chat, people of the YouTube comments, what format besides Legacy are you playing the most right now? Besides Legacy. Don't count Legacy in your answer. What format are you playing the most?
I go with Eons. I go with Eons. Over and I saw that like right before the Pro Tour. Someone posted a list like
Vintage Cube. A couple of Cube players in the chat. Just a Pig says Flesh and Blood. Oh, God.
Sure. If I draw swords, I win the game. Let's see. Okay, whatever.
6 for 1.
Me, right? Yeah.
Some people playing vintage in the chat. Interesting. Harry Houdini not following directions says Legacy. Some modern players in the chat. Adam says Lorcano.
So, lands. And then that is the other.
The Terminus hitting the stack right now.
Yeah, so land, creature, and instance. Yeah. So, 3.
You're just like, I'm looking at my sideboard like, removal, and that's at 20 rounds.
Okay, Force of Negation. Protects the Cephalid Illusionist. It will remain on the battlefield. For now.
Well, I mean...
Ponder?
Sure.
There's a Saga. It could potentially, in a couple of turns, find Shuko. It looks like Thassa's Oracle is in hand.
Trigger. Where are we going?
AP says not enough Serendib or Freach this match. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was so confused. He was doing like blue black rain.
Some people in the chat were talking about Lobster Con earlier. Maybe you should go there, AP.
I'm gonna be 3. There's like
Before damage.
People playing old school 93-94 format that I am still banned from. Still banned.
We're gonna get rid of the...
I'll discard nothing. Just 1. Trigger.
Scott pointing out that Ron has Memory's Journey. I didn't spot that. That would make a difference. All right, Cephalid Illusionist is gone, though. There's the Memory's Journey, and it's now in the graveyard.
They went to turns. Like, bold people could have won like 4 different times. I had it. Oh, they were starting.
Sure.
5.
Leyline Dowser. Chris Benucci impersonators at 93-94 events now. Yeah, you know, people are mocking me for being banned.
Naming what? What is it naming?
Yeah, that's what John said. Yeah,
Merc time.
verbatim.
Gotcha.
And it was, we all lost. We all started
Yep.
crying out. And then that sounds like a threat. Yeah, like we're not going to friend.
I'll go first.
That sounds like I'm gonna kick your ass outside. Yeah. And they were still like arguing. And he was like, I'm gonna count to 5. That's why I don't play non-comp Mario. Yep. Yeah, there's no back. Kind of kidding, but I'm also. It was a little weird that there were no back. It's also a little bit.
Go ahead.
Does?
Yeah.
There's also
Leyland Dowser continues.
if you top 8 it, you got like 5th or 8th, you lost $5. Yeah, there's $30.
I got $30 for it.
Yeah.
Make a neuter? 30 United States.
I got $30. Fuck this.
Sounds like a lot of laughing in the background, right? I think we're at a Magic tournament right now, and I would appreciate some respect.
4 damage. I'll discard. Force of Will.
Grab him.
Three, yeah.
Hedge Maze, Surveil. Wits End says, where's the decorum? You know, Wits End, some of these people that come to the New York City Legacy tournaments just have no decorum whatsoever. Here's Narcomoeba coming in.
They got like really friendly for this house, hanging out.
I'm with Harry. It should sound like a library.
Trigger.
I can do this.
I do shush these people, by the way. Shh.
Yeah, every time I try to watch it, it hurts.
There's Shuko. That card is really something. I don't know if they tested it properly.
No. Okay.
I just feel like the Betrayers of Kamigawa set was a mistake. I mean, like, the whole thing was just a mistake.
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
Go to
4.
21.
Go ahead.
Grab a
Mm-hmm.
My brother's not playing.
Island, yeah.
It's not a bad game.
And I'll brainstorm.
All it is just like a race. It feels like.
Harry Houdini doesn't seem to be believing that I shush people at Magic events. You know what, Harry? Ask the local players if I shush them. They will say yes. They will say yes. Here's the Wandering Emperor again. That card put in work in game 1. It will exile the construct. Down to 1 loyalty.
That's what it feels right. So my brother has the card. He's like, all right, what we want after this? Like,
All right, a ponder happening here. Leyline Dowser and the Wandering Emperor. That seems to be Force of Phil's killer combo on today's stream. They don't really combo, but whatever.
So I've got lands.
See, Alec in the ink says Chris is a shusher, can confirm. There you go, chat. There you go. Proof. Evidence. Shuko gets removed by Prismatic Ending. Things coming together here in game 2 for Force of Phil, looks like. Plussing the Wandering Emperor, nothing to do with that. Just trying to get the loyalty up. No blockers for it right now, though. And there's a 1/1 construct and a 1/1 Narcomoeba, but 2 loyalty for the Wandering Emperor.
it's like you place black and white
Okay, Brainstorm Terminus during the attacker's step. And it looks like these creatures are ready to move themselves to the bottom of the library. The construct gone forever.
I will Island Cycle.
completely confused.
Wandering Emperor protected.
Like I was playing against my dad, and he like he took one of my pieces.
I mean, was the miracle mechanic a mistake? Does anybody know? Where's miracle on the storm scale?
Pieces they all look the same. They have Japanese literature on them, so I couldn't tell which.
No Man's in Core plus Nadu. Throw the sirens in the chat. Scooping it up as Force of Phil. That ends the game. We're going to game 3.
There's a scene where there's a character named Booger.
Yeah. Alright, 2 green. I will make 2 blue, and I'll
Riffle Shuffle. Oh, God.
exile Psychic Frog.
I just saw a Riffle Shuffle happen.
Now this is probably. So what do you have in your graveyard?
Turn 1 Ponder for Force of Phil, starting off game 3. AP says Miracle is worse than the initiative. Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, Prismatic Ending to hit this Nomads and Core. Mystic Sanctuary tapped as the other land drop for this turn. Nomads and Core is gone. And a replacement drops. Force of Phil lets it resolve. Looks like Phil has another Prismatic Ending in hand. And maybe Phil holding a okay, tapping the wrong mana here. It looks like players are trying to move very fast. Could be low on time.
Mystic Sanctuary.
Okay, Hedge Maze Surveil.
I can get like yeah, it could be way worse.
Yep.
Look like a Nadu on top.
I mean, I still have multiple.
Saga.
There's a Saga and another No Man's in Core. Okay, so that's 3 in a row. Does Phil have an answer? Looks like Phil's holding Surgical as well. I think I saw a Surgical Extraction in Phil's hand. It's a little hard to tell sometimes with the altars, but I think that's what I saw. Ooh, Cavern. Most likely naming wizard. Versus Saga ticks up to 2. Here's a Nadu, can't be countered. And we've assembled the combo. It looks like Nomads and Core getting activated.
Target.
I don't want all these zero cost.
Target.
Yep.
Yeah.
To just get like totally blown up by it.
Okay, added 3 cards to hand. 2 of them counter spells and a land to the board. Phil drops a land. Needs to get rid of Nadu ASAP. Engineered explosives. That could potentially get rid of the Nomads and Core.
6.
Target.
And you'll gain 6.
Target.
Okay. Added a bunch more cards to hand. Force of negation on the energy explosives. I mean, it makes sense to counter it.
There's a Saga trigger.
Actually, I'll just consider you guys.
Okay, things were about to be done out of order there. That is after draw step. But Phil's going to concede with the Nadu, Nomads and Core combo on the board. Phil out of resources, it seems, and Ron gets it. GG's. GG's. AP says, was Nadu even tested for 1v1? They didn't test it for anything, AP. They didn't test it for anything. They don't care about us. Okay, let's set up another poll for the... Oh, man. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. Which match next? Don't forget, folks, the decisions made by our favorite trading card company are always personal attacks on us. Don't forget. Yeah, we'll count the mail-in votes, Alec. Don't worry. Which match next? The options will be Grixis control versus 5-color control. Interesting. Or Reanimator versus Cephalid Breakfast, or Painter versus Death Shadow. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. We do have a merch shop, and we do have a Patreon. And Duskmorn dropping next week. Okay, about a minute and a half left on the poll. It appears to be a close poll at this point. Open says, first rule of the Discord, don't talk about the Discord. Exactly. Neon, thank you for the resub with Prime. 10 months. Appreciate that. Gizlo has arrived on time. Not really. So, just want to make sure, chat. Was everything working okay during the first match on stream? I think we dropped connection for a moment. Did that only happen one time? Can someone confirm? I just want to make sure we're not, like, airing a bunch of, like, unusable for YouTube stuff right now. Okay, it was one time according to the chat. Thank you, everybody. My internet service provider sucks. AJ says, I'm on mobile. Can someone vote for me, please? Dinos versus Radstag Maverick. Yeah. One could only dream. Close vote. People are trying to rig this poll, so get your points and jam them in the chat if you care about what we're going to watch next. Almost out of time. And it's been decided. Darwick contributed 3,200 channel points. We're headed over to Painter versus Shadow. Let's do it. Okay, let me set this up. All right, diving in. Two crowd favorites, I think. Facing off, we have on the left Herman with Death Shadow. And on the right, we have Adam with Painter. Should be interesting. All right, a Thoughtseize to start the game. That's a good start for Herman off the Watery Grave. Double Ancient Tomb, Arid Mesa, Goblin Engineer, Karn, the Great Creator, Pyroblast, and Lion's Eye Diamond. Goblin Engineer looks like will be selected.
Sure.
19.
Tamio, you're good.
Take 0.
Trigger.
Yep.
Talked about this a couple of times on stream before, but if you want to watch a player who plays really tight, all right, Thoughtseize number 2 takes Karn, the Great Creator. The new card in hand, I believe, is a basic Mountain. Wasteland fired off. Great start to this game for Herman. I was going to say, if you want to watch a player that plays really tight and you're a follower of the 90s MTG channel, keep an eye out for Herman's matches. Herman just consistently plays well, and yeah, it's a treat to watch Herman play. Looks like Herman's holding a Reanimate in hand, a Psychic Frog, firing off a Brainstorm now. There's an opportunity to Pyroblast it, but we're going to skip that.
Yeah. Easily. Sure. Go ahead.
Herman also, you know, we're watching a deck right now that isn't so popular in Legacy at the moment. There's a Nether Goyf. Death Shadow not so popular in Legacy at the moment. But Herman will adjust the 75 and make innovations to attack the metagame, and always has like some spicy card or like a weird build of some kind that I'm just consistently impressed with Herman's innovations. All right, here's Grindstone.
Go ahead. Meticulous. Archie.
So one half of the Painter Grindstone combo is on the board now. Nethergoyf has 3 power according to the die.
You're good. Trigger. Yep.
There's the Psychic Frog.
Fetch and response. Go.
How many cards do you have? 4?
Fetch and response. Getting a basic. And I guess we're going to see Pyroblast on this frog. It's countered. That was a little risky given the possibility of days, I guess. But, all right, Nethergoyf will get in for some damage.
2 cards.
2 cards in hand for Herman. 4 power for this Nethergoyf. It's going to be hitting pretty hard.
I'm gonna...
Why Lion's Eye Diamond? Well, it's kind of scary. Adam could drop a Painter Servant and then Grindstone combo using the LED. Okay, Karn the Great Creator will resolve. Are we going to see hold priority, sack LED, and snaring bridge kind of a thing going on here? Taking a look at the sideboard now, not committed to the minus of Karn yet, I believe.
Yeah, so...
Got you to use that field push on the halfling, even though I had no legendaries in my hand.
Yeah, I mean it's
Nothing you can do.
I had
You have
force
to
in
cover it.
hand, so if you have Nadu,
Yeah, if I just jam Nadu, it sucks.
yeah.
I'm gonna minus
Losing a
full
card.
priority and crack this.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
Red.
Yep. 3 red. Yep.
Discard that.
Yep.
Okay, Goblin Welder gets discarded, making the play I suggested, and Ensnaring Bridge is now on the board. So this Nethergoyf is shut down for now. Lion's Eye Diamond does its job, I guess. Karn with 3 loyalty, protected by Ensnaring Bridge. Herman is holding a... Alright, gonna waste that Ancient Tomb, that makes sense. Holding a Reanimate could bring back this Frog. Ah, going for Welder. I like that a lot. This is... You gotta know the plays, chat. Welder will be able to swap Ensnaring Bridge with a different artifact in Adam's Yard once it gets past Summoning Sickness. So this Goblin Welder will be really good for Herman. Mandraw, thank you for the resale with Prime. 12 months. That's a 1-year badge. Thank you. You did it.
I love Mockingbird. I actually tried it with Mockingbird.
All right, taking a look at the sideboard again. No white mana to do the portable hole thing right now. I assume that's available in Adam's Yard, in Adam's sideboard still. What could be a way to prevent this Welder from ruining Karn's day right now?
If you can get them both going, but so bad on its own.
Ah, Tormod's Crypt. Okay. That, I guess, is a temporary fix to the problem.
Is this going to the graveyard before it's exiled or after?
So you sacrifice as part of the cost.
Not a
of
great
the
showcase
activation.
for
So then
Tammy.
it'll be in the graveyard already.
Okay. And it will get exiled.
Yeah, it'll get exiled when everything goes.
Okay, so Tormod's Crypt will get exiled when it targets Adam's graveyard.
If you want, we can look up the Oracle texts just to make sure. Tormod's Crypt.
What's the question?
Is sacrificing part of the cost of activating Tormod's Crypt. Yes.
Okay, they just confirmed the Oracle text. Tormod's Crypt does have a cost of sacrificing, so it will be in the graveyard.
I will play this and then I'll crypt myself.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying out some new tech.
Okay, so that worked, I guess. Tormod's Crypt was activated. There's nothing to weld now. Herman will have to put an artifact into Adam's graveyard, or one will have to end up there somehow, in order to use Welder to swap this Ensnaring Bridge out of play.
We'll cast Mockingbird and make it a copy of Goblin.
Okay, Mockingbird copying Goblin Welder. Okay. We're getting a little crazy now.
What am I looking at here?
Mockingbird and Shadow are pretty sweet.
Mesa,
As we were starting this match, I was talking about Herman always having some spicy card. Here's Mockingbird, and you can hear some onlookers saying Mockingbird and Shadow. Not something you would expect to see necessarily. Did the Welder have Summoning Sickness? It did, but it was going to unlock on Herman's turn. Right?
What?
All right, there's a Psychic Frog. Pass a turn. Adam does have to keep his hand empty. Karn will now... Well, it looks like we're thinking about... minusing, but Karn only has 2 loyalty at the moment. Do Painter players ever start grindstoning without Painter? Yeah, sure, they do. They definitely do.
So
Sometimes you'll see them grindstone themselves to give more stuff for Welder and Engineer to play with out of their own graveyard. All right, Carmel plus and then pass the turn. You also get stuff like Phyrexian Dragon Engine into the graveyard sometimes, which is cool. But sometimes they just start milling their opponent. We haven't seen Adam do that yet in this game. With the Reanimate showing face up in Herman's yard. Maybe there's a little bit of anxiety about dumping a Traxa into the yard or something. Or Archon of Cruelty or something nasty like that.
I'm gonna Swamp Cycle Troll, so I'm gonna grab.
I guess I'll minus. Okay.
Okay, minusing Karn now. Playing the Tormod's Crypt, so some insurance against Goblin Welder. Playing a Simian Spirit Guide.
Can't believe they called this. That's crazy. Apparently, Vaccine Bob also saw like no play.
So Mockingbird is a copy of Goblin Welder. It's kind of indicating that by stacking together. Adam does have to keep the hand empty. That could get difficult sometimes. All right, here's Goblin Welder.
Waste your
Plus
Saga.
Karn, and
So you go.
pass the turn.
Karn plussing no targets. Just passing back and forth right now.
Sure.
Saga.
Or is a Saga, okay?
That's still.
Plus Karn. Pass the turn.
Move combat.
You're at 19.
I took 6.
Yeah, a few turns back when the Tormod's Crypt thing happened, Goblin Welder on Herman's side was summoning sick. When the Tormod's Crypt first appeared in this game. It was reanimated on Herman's prior turn. The turn right before that.
Just like this.
So the Welder had not yet unlocked, and there was no way to react to the Tormod's Crypt with Welder at that point. Wasteland on Urza Saga, not too bad. Urza Saga goes to the graveyard. It's not an artifact, so nothing for Welder to do there. If Herman can get an artifact into Adam's graveyard, that could be interesting. But now Adam has a Welder and just played an Imperial Recruiter and might find another one.
Take the Nomads.
I think Herman's holding a copy of Days right now, though. I spotted that a few turns back. I don't know if it's still there.
We're deciding if we
Fortunately, some of our live viewers are about to head into an ad break. Not much I can do about it.
Trigger, you go to 11. I go up to 22, draw a card. Yep.
You gotta become a sub, people. Skip the ads.
You have to say 2 responses. So you're 20.
Yes.
I'm gonna fetch the 10.
Searching now with this Imperial Recruiter.
You're good.
Trigger Surreal.
Oh, sure.
Prismatic ending.
Sure.
All right, Painter's Servant is found. Is that going to be stuck in hand now? Might be.
Let's go to 19.
Is this going to work out? Jeffrey Snipe, thank you for the sub with Prime. 6 months. That's a new batch. Appreciate you.
11, targeting my Archon. I'll just go with at 11, and I go up to 14.
Into my hand.
Archon trigger.
I'll go to 7.
Minus Karn.
7, draw a card. Play this Wasteland, waste 20 white source.
Okay, Painter is in hand. Minusing Karn. Is there like a Lotus Petal or something?
So 6. So you have 1 card, it's not.
Okay, there is a Lotus Petal. Okay, this could be a way to keep the hand clear. Lotus Petal now gets played. It's going to put an artifact in the trash, though, which... Oh, this is getting tricky. Fetching. I'm like getting anxious watching this, knowing that Herman has the 2 welders and probably a daze in hand. I kind of lost track of where that daze ended up. And Adam only has the 1 welder. The thing is, what's the thing? If Adam could survive, so to speak, a hit here, which he likely will, has some chump blockers. Okay, sacrificing that Lotus Petal. Here's Painter's Servant. Could set up a Grindstone combo on the following turn using his own welder.
Because it was a proxy tournament,
Painter's
and
on the
I
stack.
registered a Thassaur on the
Doing a
judge
fatal
list.
push on the Thassaur.
Why, if you have great...
Okay, in response to Welder, Fatal Push. In response to Painter, Fatal Push on Welder. This could be a huge Fatal Push for Herman.
These like really strong threats to just win the game immediately.
Will Karn survive the next turn cycle? I don't think so, based on how things look right now.
Past console, I still need opinion. This kind of thing.
Thinking about responding to this. Okay, there's. See. All right, Tormod's Crypt getting activated. Welder getting activated now by Herman swapping Tormod's Crypt and Ensnaring Bridge with the Tormod's Crypt ability on the stack. So Tormod Crypt's ability is on the stack on top of Fatal Push. Goblin Welder now getting activated on Herman's side.
Well, his hand's full.
It was swapping Bridge and Lotus Petal. Sorry. Now Adam's Welder could be activated here. And it looks like we're going to do that. Trying to put the bridge back in play.
Ugh. The hand had the tech too, though now I've seen more.
Herman forcing all of this with that Fatal Push.
Maybe the tech's not as
techy.
It's not really for you necessarily.
And do the same thing again.
Okay, second Welder, the Mockingbird, is getting activated. To put Ensnaring Bridge back into the graveyard before Tormod's Crypt ability resolves and before Fatal Push kills this Welder.
Now, Crypt activation.
Crypt.
Okay, Tormod's Crypt ability resolves. All those cards are exiled. Fatal Push resolves. Goblin Welder goes away. Painter's Servant's still in the stack. It's going to get dazed here. Or it's going to get forced. Because the Lotus Petal is back on the board. All right, force pitching. It looked like daze. And Painter is countered. And that worked out very much to Herman's favor, it looks like. The Welder should be untapped. That was a wild stack. There was a lot going on there. I hope I talked everybody through it effectively. Watery Grave gets found. Herman dropped down to 9. This is a shadow deck after all. We're trying to hurt ourselves a little bit here.
Sure. I have 4 lands. Get fucking owned.
Oops. Did you cut?
Yeah, no. That's exactly why I kept the hand. I was like, Veil 5 lands sounds good if he's gonna Thoughtseize me on 1.
That's a wild I guess it paid off.
Okay, giving Frog flying, exiling some lands from the yard.
About that, like, I'm just hoping you don't have spells, so. Yeah, let's say
Your
go.
land. Your land.
Yes. Psychic Frog will go at Karn, and Nethergord will go at you.
Sure.
Okay, so a big hit here. Karn goes down. And 4 damage from the Netherglyph gets through. Herman will draw a card off Psychic Frog.
Under.
That's a sure.
Nope.
Ooh, Brazen Bar. Looks like Death Shadow sitting on top of the library. Maybe a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Death Shadow on top.
I'm gonna grab a Surveil land, and this doesn't feel great, but I will attempt to push the non-shadow. Well, actually, let me see.
Okay, playing a Shadow, passing the turn. Adam needs a Painter off the top. Yeah, the welders are a problem.
No, this
That's so awesome.
Although, wait, what artifacts are in Adam's yard right now? Is it just Painter Servant?
That's a wild key. I'll leave that on top. And that's attempt to push the Nadu. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead.
All right, just passing the turn.
Brainstorm?
Sure. What do you mean? What if I'm playing blue next?
That's true, that'd be unfortunate.
Return Simian Spirit back to your hand.
Okay, Brazen Bar will go on an adventure after bouncing Simian Spirit Guide with Petty Theft. On an adventure token for Herman. Really good technique there. And attacking with the team, it looks like. The Mockingbird Goblin Welder does have flying.
Block Shadow.
Has it all. 14.
Yep.
I'll discard the cards in front.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. You got it.
Sure.
I'll finish.
All right, game 1 goes to Herman. Nicely played.
You have 2 cards in hand? Yes. God, I wish I just had, like, Entomb Reanimate.
Yeah.
You're good. I was a little bit, though. Like, yeah, I just didn't do the Thought Season of the open.
Go.
Draw.
Herman up a game. The Mockingbird was neat there, being able to copy that welder. That mattered quite a bit in that game, I would say.
Well, the fact that I kept 5 lands Veilus on
That was a
and I'm
wild
still in this
keep.
game.
Yeah, that was
I'll
a
keep it.
I have so many memories over the years of, I know Herman for a long time, of playing matches against Herman across multiple formats, and Herman will come out with some new card, and I'm always thinking, you sneaky. Always has some tricks up his sleeve. All right, Polluted Delta getting cracked here after a Goblin Welder, Watery Grave.
But the body here is quite relevant. Sig up.
Whenever there's a new card that people are like, maybe that'll be good in this format, Herman's the one trying it. All right, Thoughtseize. The hand is revealed. Painter, I believe Grindstone, Pyroblast, Karn the Great Creator, and Ancient Tomb. Looks like Dress Down, Psychic Frog, Brainstorm. Okay, Pyroblast selected. I was trying to call out some cards in Herman's hand. Didn't get to see them all. So Welder sticks around. Goblin Welder's online. It looks like Adam just drew a Swords to Plowshares, which could matter in this game. There's Painter.
The forces early and then the frogs to like go back up the cards and speed on them. This was what.
Okay, looks like we're looking for a color indicator. It's going to be blue. Just using a sleeve. Oh, God.
And it stops the halfling. It might not be worth it against you, though. So
Crinky Doom coming in hot with a question. Was Psychic Frog even tested for 1v1? They don't test the cards anymore for 1v1, everybody. They just don't even bother. They don't care about us.
yeah, it was kind of a bad beats loss, but you did get the
Fatal Push is going to target the Painter. Painter down. Is it better to go off the Welder here? I mean, the Painter is scary. All right, there's Grindstone.
See, the Nadu is
And Step Brainstorm. A few years ago, when I first started hosting these streams, the end step brainstorms were unheard of, but now they happen quite a bit.
Yeah, you might
definitely
be.
find a flower.
Yeah. In fact, yeah. If you just say, okay, so I guess they're both pretty much equally scary.
Sure.
And there's the Swamp Cycle. 2024 Legacy. We got a Swamp Cycle every freaking game.
Yeah.
What's worse, Surveil or Swamp Cycling? Oh, God.
I think if you had blocked there, I don't think I was bidding my hand. If you have Plow, it's just so devastating.
I'm this close to switching to Lorcana. I'm this close.
Just take my card draw and then like reanimate.
Tired of this crap.
Yeah, true. Maybe it was just sort of played out.
I don't know. Tough to say.
Bring back Rampage.
Thing going on, so I need.
Yeah, that's true. Because if I do bid, because I don't know that you don't. Yeah. So if I bid my hand, but from my point, if like I'm feeling pretty good, and if I bid the entire hand.
Yeah, Chaos Defiler is one of the new cards from. It was in the Warhammer set, but one of the new cards from non-standard sets of the past couple of years that has been awesome for Legacy. Snuff Out getting fired off here. We don't see Snuff Out much recently because of the frog in Legacy, but Goblin Welder is going to do its thing. Maybe not. Thinking about it. AP asking when we get banding. Everybody knows that banding was a mistake. All right, so Grindstone goes to the trash. Painter is back, naming blue. Welder dies. Here's a Psychic Frog.
It doesn't. I mean, it does like it is an alternate angle of attack.
Yeah.
It does have like the ability to.
Wits End yelling, name black.
Yeah, I don't think I can play this tomorrow or the end of the year. Still the board.
Karn the Gate Creator, that will resolve.
This is what you want to be doing. This is the guy.
Minusing Karn now. What are we looking for this time? Is it just going to be Ensnaring Bridge again? It looks like Adam has 2 cards in hand, so I'm not sure it'll be Ensnaring Bridge. Also can't play it this turn, unless there's a Lion's Eye Diamond available. But we already kind of passed that point.
What'd you play against?
Lost to a new.
It's no longer a possibility.
Combo.
Yeah.
Radstorm?
Breaks play. Yeah. We got Radstorm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can overhear some conversation happening in the background about me losing to Radstorm again.
Is this an actual new deck?
In the bonus. Nobody's seen it before.
Gotta get it on camera.
I mean, how many times do I have to lose to Radstorm before they ban that card?
When you Radstorm, what was the storm count again? It was like.
Oh, it was like 15. Yeah.
Oh, was it actually playing Radstorm? I thought you were just joking.
No.
Every time I.
Yeah, you can hear in the background the Radstorm's winning like crazy. Jacob, thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate that.
Just in case, you know. Like a random thing.
How much energy did you have? Like 60? Yeah,
Dude, did you see the new room?
Okay, Swords to Plowshares gets fired off. Psychic Frog is down. It's good news for Adam. Attacking with the Painter. Managed to get the Psychic Frog off the board. So Karn protected for now. Painter on blue.
Crucible of Worlds on one side and just Yogg-Will on the other.
Yeah.
That's gotta be.
Jacob says happy to finally catch a stream. Jacob, are you one of our local friends?
Sure. That's just.
Welcome either way.
Like you're probably gonna get because like every time you build 3, like you're gonna get like multiple points of damage. So it's like roughly works out to like just like a storm card.
The Beans Man. All right, Jacob's in the chat.
Top of your deck.
I haven't seen that one.
We've seen Jacob play some Beans on stream recently. Some really good matches too. Here's another Psychic Frog. Very scary. Mockingbird copying the frog.
Like you still have to pay the cost.
Bloomborough has broken Legacy, folks. Look at this.
What's the bail?
Minus?
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
We're going back under. Back under the bridge.
All right, Herman, a little bit making a prediction here that we might be back under the bridge. Karn has minused, and Adam's looking through the sideboard. I don't think Pip-Boy 3000 is going to be the pick here.
He's gonna automatically fly.
Yeah, he always flies.
And he's still a 1-2?
Yep, he's still currently a
I don't think Junk Jet will be the pick this time.
Okay.
in terms of name, it's the exact same thing.
Just gonna grindstone.
Yep.
Oh, going for Grindstone. Okay. Okay. There's Grindstone. Is this about to end? Okay, we pulled it off.
Bridge. I'm like,
Going to game 3. Getting aggressive. Didn't play around snuff out that time. Going to game 3. Herman's on the play. 1 card on the bottom, it looks like. For both players. Both players a mull to 6. Is there a Pip-Boy 3000 in this deck? You really never know. Getting a little tired of losing to Fallout cards all the time.
This thing is just fucking
Urza Saga drops in. Grindstone. Okay. Nope, consigned to memory.
I can see this in 4 colors.
Yeah. Let me see if we just already got fetch.
Not sure what happened here.
then your fetch is fine.
It looks like Herman's trying to counter Grindstone on the stack. Okay, so we are replicating consign. Okay. So maybe Herman. Okay. So 2 copies of consign to memory on the stack.
Yeah, so it's countered.
Grindstone is countered. Arid Mesa was also cracked.
And then,
Psychic Frog, okay. Vinny says, what in the Jitte's Radstorm is going on with this format? Yeah, how many Radstorm decks are going to be in the Eternal Weekend top 8? Does anybody know? It's a big topic of discussion these days. Maybe like at least 4, right? All right, here's Painter's Servant. Naming blue.
Or like they draw a card which
Psychic Frog on the board. 2 cards in the graveyard currently, but we know Psychic Frog can add more. Psychic Frog will attack. It could be tempting to block. Or not very tempting, we'll see.
Yeah.
No blocks. Last year, Eternal Weekend, the surprise card was Triumph of St. Catherine. I don't know if all of you remember that. This year, I mean, I think it's dinosaurs on a spaceship time, folks. Thoughtseize targeting Adam. This is probably going to resolve. In response, Power Blast on the Psychic Frog. That will resolve. 3 lands. Swing and a miss. All right, Fatal Push knocks out Painter.
sure.
One of my favorite things is people like grinding MTGO for 2 months just to get crushed by an offline card. That's just the best. All right, Construct gets created. Urza Saga going to pop now. What are we looking for this time? Notice the proper Construct token, by the way. We didn't have that luxury on a previous match on today's stream. Yeah, last year it was like, what even was it? It was Delver, and then everybody was like, yeah, Delver mirrors all day, and then they just all got crushed by Triumph.
You did see me animate, so I don't know.
It's just the best. All right, Soul Guy Lantern, Exile Psychic Frog. It could potentially get reanimated, so that makes a lot of sense.
Play one of the mini lands.
Super 2.
Oh, it's use me.
Right. Go ahead.
All right, the Construct does have Summoning Sickness. Herman is right. Going to untap. Looks like a Snuff Out. Brainstorm is in hand. Gonna fire off this Brainstorm now.
Sure.
Pluto Delta gets cracked. Okay, a Ponder for Herman now. Ponder Shuffle. Looking to get this offense back up and running. This is game 3. This match has gone a little long. I'm not sure where we are on time.
Oh, I want the cards to go away. It's not coming back. Pass turn.
Passing the turn back to Adam, who has a Construct available to attack. The Death Shadow deck, of course, to a certain extent, likes getting hit by your creatures, but can't do that forever. Looks like Karn is in hand. I don't know if it's coming through on my mic or not, but the construction crew outside decided to start ripping up the street right now, so might be hearing that. Force pitching Mockingbird. Karn is countered. Scott just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. 266 now on the channel. Scott holding us down, number 1 on our all-time gifter leaderboard. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you. There is an Urza Saga. Construct will attack. Another Urza Saga could be bad news for Herman. I don't know how many more constructs Herman will be able to deal with. Doesn't look like Herman has any creatures. Just making land drops, holding a Snuff Out, which he could hard cast right now, but it's not going to be a big solution for everything going on. There's a Saga ticks up. We're going to make a construct now. Grow the previous one. Attack for 3. Now is the time to fire off Snuff Out.
Go ahead.
Okay, a Thoughtseize. This will lower the life total a little bit. Red Elemental Blast is gone.
Construct. Search.
Make a construct. Search. Is it going to be Pip-Boy 3000 this time? Nope, just Grindstone. Okay. Herman will drop down to 2 life with 1 card in hand, which I believe is a land. Reanimate. That's not going to do it. That is the match. Adam gets it. GG's. Nicely played. Another good match. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, toward the end, it seemed like Herman flooded out a little bit, maybe. Making a lot of land drops. Needed creatures. Yeah, Magic Ads, I agree. That was a great match. All right, some of you are in an ad break right now. We do have a hype train in progress right now, I believe. Looks like it. For those of you not on an ad break, our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Duskmorn drops next week. Well, really this weekend is the pre-release, so we may see some Duskmorn cards on next week's stream. It's that soon. There are a few cards that could be relevant for Legacy. In our spoilers channel, we have a post from PVDH with some ratings for some of the new cards. Ghost Vacuum, Metamorphosis Fanatic, Demonic Council. Some of these cards could be relevant. Oinkster says, didn't Bloomborough just drop? You know what, Oinkster? What you're experiencing is called product fatigue. It's a real thing. It affects people, and it ruins their lives. Let's see what's going on in the Discord while we wait for people to come back. Wow. Yeah, Bloomborough was a couple of months ago or something, yeah. All right, let's set up a poll for the Twitch chat as people arrive back from the break. Which match next? The options will be Grixis control versus 5-color control, or Eldrazi versus Stifle Not, or Eldrazi versus Grixis control, or Reanimator versus Cephalid Breakfast. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. Is Mass the best brainstorm art? Let's be careful with the best art stuff. I don't know if Magic players can handle that kind of discussion. All right, votes are coming in. What's a Stifle Knot? Nobody knows. Let's see what else is going on. Was Tameo tested for 1v1? Does anybody know? Is there an article I can read about that? I want to know what they were thinking with that one. I don't even know what that card on the left is. What's that one? Looks like it's from Brothers War. Yeah, I don't know that one. All right, about a minute left for voting. People will try to rig these polls. Jacob trying to promote the Grixis deck. Does have Young Peasy. Magic Ads hoping for breakfast. Less than a minute. It looks like the poll is pretty much decided already, but people do jump in and try to rig these things, so we'll see. People are joining the Discord. Very nice. Pokimoki says the people hate control mirrors. Maybe. Nah, people like control mirrors. They do really well on our YouTube channel, actually. They're like one of the best matchups. Wow. Gizlo jumped in and rigged this thing. 3,600 channel points. Grixis versus 5-color is up next, whether you like it or not. Rigged. Let's set this up. Pokimoki says, I love democracy. Yeah. AJ Potato with a great question. Do you get any Dredge players? We see Dredge from time to time, but if I'm being completely honest, they get knocked out before I can ever get them on cam. Just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. Diving in.
I don't really care.
My deck lists get published like every other day.
Oh my god. Trophies have corrupted John. Dude.
All right, on the left side of the screen, we have Bill joining us with Grixis, and on the right, we have 5-color beans. That would be Jacob. Getting ready to go. Bill rocking a Seattle jersey, Seattle Mariners jersey, and a Mox boarding house playmat. Very interesting.
Hell wasteland, I guess. You only got 2.
I think Bill might just be a tourist visiting us. I don't know. All right, Wasteland took out the Trop, followed up with a Triome. I believe that's the Teamer Triome. And here's Tamio, Inquisitive Student.
Cameo results. Pass.
All right, the tone of that Tamio resolves makes me think this thing is getting removed immediately. Let's see what happens here.
So delirious.
How did you cast a Psychic Frog?
Green Sun for 0. Sure.
Okay, digging up a Scrubland, and I think Jacob has announced a Psychic Frog, but hasn't shown it on the table yet. So Tamio has survived, it turns out. Psychic Frog could potentially block and kill it, I guess. Not sure if that'll be the move. Okay, trying to fatal push the frog. Psychic Frog down. It just dies to removal, I guess.
Pass. I'll have that.
Tamio makes a clue, past a turn.
Oh, you can edit the offensive. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill's a lands in front guy. I don't know. Maybe that's what they do in Seattle. We don't do that here. Brainstorm.
Yeah, I guess I'll make it a nice one too.
Yeah, Pokimoki making a great point based on what I said about Frog being able to kill Tamio. If you attack, you could make Jacob commit to a block, discard 2 cards. The only problem, I guess, with that is if a Force of Will or something protects the Psychic Frog, then Tamio dies too. I don't know. At least Tamio was protected there, maybe.
I just want so many of these cards.
Gizlo's pissed off about the lands in front.
Let's draw them. Swords. It's dead.
You gain 0. Could be something.
Okay, Swords to Plowshares removes Tamio, and then a Meticulous Archive Or is that an Undercity sewer, actually? Can't really tell. I think it's a sewer. Anyway, a dump Lorien revealed into the graveyard.
Well, every turn you.
Therapy.
Then I guess that was the right one. But also, That's your graveyard? Yeah. You just brainstorm, right?
Yep. Could be anything.
Could even be. Beanstalk.
Up the beanstalk.
Okay, Up the Beanstalk was named by Cabal Therapy. The hand is revealed. Flooded Strand, Ponder, Leyline Binding, and I didn't see what that other card was. Is that Endurance? I believe it's Endurance.
Yeah, on the start. So, yeah. I almost named Ponder. I was like, I almost thought about Ponder.
Okay, Jacob will ponder. Okay, confirm that is Endurance from the people who have all versions of every card memorized.
If you see, I think if you see Wasteland, you're in the clear of Skyfall. And if you see Troll, I think you're definitely.
If you want to make it to the Pro Tour, and especially if you want to make it to the World Championship, you have to memorize every single version of every card. And that's why so many people are raging that they keep making new versions of all the cards we love, you know?
Now that I know your hand, sorry, you again.
Respond.
Okay.
Guess a brainstorm.
Dude, this is like we're playing Moto, except it's real cards.
So a brainstorm in response to another Cabal Therapy.
Yesterday.
We're good.
The token on Bill's side with the number 1 die on it is a clue. Brainstorm resolving.
Dude, what a battle.
The games.
Well, this is actually a lot of mental game right here, which I'm a big fan of.
It must be like this.
What would Bill name this time?
Okay. Good? Yep. Now I'm nervous. I'll take it. Yeah, they haven't reprinted those, but no, but like, let's say 3-4. I'll just go for. I'll just hit you with Force of Will. I thought I was at 7-2.
Force of Will, okay. Force of Negation, oh man. Brainstorm, Leyline, and... Is that Murktide? Yep, it looks like Murktide or Regent.
Another Brainstorm is so sick there. Alright, here we go.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you've read that card. It should be on the watch list, Murktide Regent.
Why would I do that? No, I'm just kidding. I know.
I knew about that.
It's basically Oko.
Oh god. Leave out Brainstorm the entire game.
I mean, that's basically the situation. I feel like we're gonna cast this Murktide. Make another guy.
Okay, Murktide Regent hitting the stack here. How big will it be? Looks like full size. Force of Will pitching Murktide. Can't Force of Negation back. Murktide is countered.
I think. Yeah, I'm still good.
Alright, I'm down. Upkeep. Draw?
Yep.
Two Cabal Therapies in Bill's graveyard. A clue token on the battlefield. Not much else really going on.
Go ahead. I'm gonna fetch.
Okay, fetching on end step now is Jacob. Is Jacob going to Surveil?
I'm gonna get a Savannah. Fresh.
Was it 8 and then it's you gain?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Savannah. I'm not happy about it.
Okay, no Surveil, just getting a Savannah. Okay. Shuffling away some cards, I guess, that were brainstormed. I kind of lost track of things, but maybe.
Go to attack.
I think that's what happened.
I'll go to my turn. Still in your You're good.
Okay, not sure what happened there, but we are going to Jacob's turn.
Yeah.
Oh, because you already saw the brainstorm.
Okay, Jacob continuing to make land drops. The clue gets sacked finally. Draw a card.
I'll get a Surveil land and Surveil. You got it, boss.
All right, Undercity Sewers now for Bill. Surveil.
Literally crazy.
The second push I drew after the Surveil.
I literally did it. Nothing stayed.
Very expensive Flooded Strand. Which one? The one on Jacob's side? Oh. Young Pyromancer.
Fucking bees. The youngest. Bees. Don't beat me. Brainstorm trigger? Yeah.
Brainstorm, Trigger, Young Pyromancer. Okay. Making an elemental. Leyline Binding getting flashed in.
Target the young pyro. I wanted to save the force for that, but I didn't have a way to deal with Merc that time. Brainstorm
It wasn't even good against you, so
I'll trigger you and then brainstorm.
one card.
Everything is good.
Well, Young Pyromancer has successfully made one elemental, but now it's trapped under a Leyline Binding. There's a little bit of glare on that bottom center of your screen. But, exciting stuff, I would say. Are we going to see a flashback of this Cabal Therapy? Maybe not. Maybe.
Therapy targeting you. Outside the game.
Okay, so Brainstorm, Force of Negation were face up. Brainstorm in response.
Yeah.
Bill says, what's worse, Surveil or Miracle as a mechanic? I think it's safe to say that it's a tie. They're both the worst mechanics ever. Actually, the worst mechanic ever is Flashback.
Let me get my see-through glasses. This was done. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'll name Force of Negation.
Okay, Force of Negation is named. There was no way that was going to still be there. Endurance, Brainstorm, Basic Planes. Dr. Pet says, why is Surveil bad? Yeah. Wankster says, worst mechanic is Ancient Tomb. Oh, boy.
Every single... Is it Brainstorm, Endurance, and what? Oh, yeah, this is revealed now. Brainstorm, Endurance, Planes. Okay, cool. So you want that other card.
Gizlo says, Equip Zero. Equip Zero is the worst mechanic. I don't even remember asking for equipment in this game, Gizlo. TBH. Hyzera says, Dredge, best mechanic. Okay, that's just wrong. Magic Ad says bring back phasing. Phasing sucks, Magic Ads.
I'll say it.
Think about the play patterns of phasing.
Good.
Actual worst mechanic might be Clash. You know what? I don't even remember what the hell Clash was, so that might be the winner. Clash. Oh man, that was a good one.
Deal 2 damage to you and have you discard a card. Do 2 damage, I discard a card.
I don't know why that's so funny, but it is. Clash. Oh man, that sounds like the worst mechanic. TBH.
The original cake.
We're never going back to Lorwyn, I hope, right? Just don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
Hold out right there. this on my end step?
Yeah.
Culligan's Command. It's getting Force of Negation, it looks like.
Okay. Untap?
Yep.
Upkeep. Draw.
Cyannorna says Fortify is the worst mechanic. They should give us cards with Fortify in every set, Cyannorna, I think. I'm still laughing about Clash because I forgot what it did. What it does. And somehow that was hilarious. All right, another young Pyromancer. Bill says Bushido versus Rampage. Who's winning? You know what? I think it's better to compare Bushido with flanking.
Respond to the trigger. Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. That results.
My cube actually has a bunch of cards with horsemanship, and that mechanic is effed up.
1, 2, 3.
Another ley line binding, and young Pyromancer not able to stick around in this match so far.
Trigger. The trigger is going to be
I remember Clash right now, but when Clash came up in the chat, I just like blanked. What does that even do? And I think it made me laugh. Just forgot what the heck that even is.
I mean, I guess.
When's the last time they made a new card with Clash anyway? Does anybody know? What's the most recent Clash card that exists? Did it ever use it in Commander set or something? Or has that just been like thrown away and never came back? Cleave was garbage. Yeah, Cleave was a little. I don't know.
I'm gonna see if I can name one. I can spike one right here. Hey, Brainstorm's good.
I don't think I ever even used a Cleave card.
Yeah. Yep.
3. Wait, so
Cyannorna with a hot take. Reach is the worst mechanic.
enter hasn't entered. Right. So I'm going to sign. This will be one copy, right? So you're making on to counter this, and you have the replicate, which is going to counter the on cast base. So you're not going to spawn.
Oh my gosh.
Doing this Cabal Therapy, Brainstorm resolving. Oh my goodness, they did make a new Clash card? Marvo Deep Operative.
Put everything back.
I want all of them. Okay.
Alright, I'll name Source Splashers. Okay.
All right, 2 lands in hand. Cabal Therapy is another swing and a miss. So, Source to Plowshares was named, but there was nothing left other than lands. Just making land drops, removing creatures, the control game.
Want to know?
Yeah, you're good.
Magic Ads knows my game. These long conversations about mechanics only come up when we're watching a control mirror. I have to keep the people entertained, Magic Ads. Wake these Magic players up. Magic Ads dropping a gifted sub. 76 now on the channel. Thank you, Magic Ads. Appreciate you. Magic Ads entertain.
Yep.
Cyannorna says Gravestorm is a mechanic that should stay dead. Have they ever made another card with Gravestorm? I actually don't know. That's another trivia question I don't know the answer to. I know there was the one. I can't remember what it was called from Future Sight. But did they do anything else with that? I don't remember.
Draw?
I blame the camera, really.
There you go.
I'm so tired of losing to Radstorm in this format. I'm sick of it.
That was also.
Target you.
Go attack.
Endurance doing its thing. There's a Gravestone card in MKM Commander. Is that true? What's the story behind the video when a sub happens? Yeah, so some images come up from my childhood when people sub or hit follow. It's me and the GIF. Or the GIF, or whatever. Alright, Fatal Push removes Endurance.
Yeah, I mean, you could have
Just playing cards at me now. You're at 15.
No, I think it's a target.
Well, next time, if we're ever on camera again, I'm gonna. If I double wasteland you, I'm just gonna throw the wasteland.
Dude, you should. You should. As you should.
This is how Pyro.
Young Pyro.
So you're 18.
Force of Will on Young Pyromancer, respecting the Young Pyro. Gets countered.
This card.
What cards am I holding up? Oh, one of them is Spike Colony. I can't remember what the other one is.
Okay.
Up the Beanstalk just hit. Bowmaster in response.
Or sorry, so you're at 16?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, then draw and target you. Go ahead. 15?
Yep. Trigger.
Hard casting Terminus, draw off Beanstalk. Bowmaster's going to get a trigger here.
Draw trigger results.
From Terminus.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're at 5th. Wait, so you take, yeah, 14.
Go to 14.
The Bowmaster and Orc Army look like they're about to be wiped away. Does Bill have a force? Bill does have a force. Pitching Lorien revealed. All right, Bowmaster will stick around. This game is getting interesting now. Wasteland, fire it off. And target Underground Sea. I guess that makes sense.
Call it even, how much?
Classic match. Call it Determinist.
Attacking for 4. I believe at the moment Jacob is Hellbent and a Young Pyromancer. Uh-oh.
Right, show me another Terminus.
No, stop.
Another Terminus off the top would have been nasty. All right, Psychic Frog. Okay, that's interesting. No cards in hand, though.
You have no cards, right? Drop.
It's a pretty weak Frog. Willing to trade. Attacking with Young Pyro.
Wasteland.
Are we about to see a Young Pyromancer trade with a Psychic Frog? Would that be epic or what?
Alright, 1 to 5. Okay, I take 4.
Do it for the camera, Jacob. Come on. All right, taking 4.
Jump.
Wouldn't that be 5 damage? I don't know. Whatever.
Closer and closer and wasteland.
All right, gonna jump the frog, looking for an answer. Attacking. Damage gets through. Bowmaster will trigger, dropping Jacob down to 4.
Search your library for future powers.
4/4 Orc Army, Young Pyromancer, and Bowmaster available for Bill. Triggering Beans not very good right now. Risking Bolt ending the game. I mean, I don't know that Bill has Bolt, but that is a possibility.
Draw.
I have 0 brains. I have swords. I am not sure what I'm targeting.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, Swords of Plowshares, not sure of the target.
I don't literally die this turn. Or I target the Bowmaster and I have a chance to do other things with the cards in my hand.
Yep.
I'm gonna target the Bowmaster.
Okay.
Bowmaster down. Now a Ponder. Okay, cleared the way for Ponder. Jacob needs his Ponder to be exciting, I guess.
Yeah.
Ponder's good.
Oh, you can't tap.
Ooh, we got stuff.
So it doesn't matter.
Looks like it's a prismatic ending. Remove the Orc Army. Okay. Oh man, this is getting tight. Could pay extra and trigger Beans here.
Sure, to trigger it.
Yeah, trigger beans.
Yeah.
Okay. Played that well. Draw a card. Misty Rainforest. That could potentially find a Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, this is tight. Is this about to slip away from Bill now?
Actually, wait, I need to target my own stuff. I can't target your stuff. This will just get canceled.
I don't think it matters.
I will cling to dust my
I think you just got
trigger Pyromancer. Okay.
Okay, Cling to Dust, card from his own graveyard, trigger Pyromancer, draw a card. Cling to Dust does have escape. Ponder.
So,
Yep, another maze.
Cling to Dust could potentially have stopped a Mystic Sanctuary, but I think we're just trying to end this game. Making a couple of elementals. Young Pyromancer will attack. Jacob will drop down to 2.
Give this flying.
Bill finds a polluted Delta.
No, I have to say that. I know what's on top of that.
Okay, going to 1. I don't even know if Jacob has Mystic Sanctuaries. I'm assuming so. But is that what we're supposed to do right now? No, just surveil. Hedge Maze, surveil.
phase out.
Trigger.
Yep. We'll leave this.
It does go like this, but then when it comes back,
It does come back.
Yeah. I was gonna unmode. Yeah. I was gonna ask to see.
Jacob is at 1.
I just wanna, because I know what this does, but I'm just like just cast a when this.
Lorien revealed, okay. Oh boy.
Phasing out with an animate jet. What happened?
Let me tap Nana first. I don't know if it's going to matter, but...
If the creature phases, the enchantment doesn't activate a creature phases. If the enchantment falls off, the creature leaves.
Tap like so. Cool. So in response to the Beans trigger draw, I will go to 14 and fetch.
Matt.
I'll Fatal Push.
Okay, so in response to Lorien revealed, a Fatal Push on Psychic Frog, and then making another elemental, and Lorien revealed resolves. I can't quite see what Jacob drew. One of the cards is Tameo. But Jacob's at 1 life.
Phasing doesn't impact stuff because it's still on the battlefield. It just isn't.
Okay. How many Moto games have you played?
Yeah. Well, it's not enough for me to just tell.
Oh, here's Uro. Okay. Oh boy, this game is really going to be a long one, huh? Still needs to deal with these threats, though. Jacob's just at 4 life.
You have 0 cards. I have 0 cards.
I didn't consider that Uro can't escape when I said that, but we're tapped out. Here's Tameo. Could survive here.
Not literally dead. Okay, literally dead.
No!
I have a removal, so I'll go Molten Collapse on this.
Okay, Molten Collapse, and that will end the game. All right, game 1 goes to Bill. That was a nice one.
The Yorion, having the Yorion been good. Yeah. That's a mistake.
Yeah, Jacob does have Yorion for this deck. It wasn't in front of the camera for game 1. All right, moving on to game 2. Jacob will be on the play. These 2 decks will be pondering and brainstorming a whole lot more, I guess. Yeah, that was a legit great back and forth game. I agree. Yorion trapped in the glare.
This one I took it out. Yeah, I just feel like this is like almost like resolving until
Me too.
Young Pyromancer. Did Bill break the format?
It's like it's good. It's just like.
Okay, I believe that is an Undercity Sewer surveil. Gets wasted.
Yeah, right. This is never coming in your deck.
You might kill the frog.
I mean, you'll just discard two.
Yeah, that's true. There were 4 Cabal therapies and 4 brainstorms in response, I think, in that game 1. Ponder, shuffle.
Like, I don't really need to be that fast against shit, but this is good against Harbinger and Bees, so like,
Yeah.
shape maybe keeping this all, maybe keeping this all. Maybe I don't.
You good? Yeah, the button on the
What decks do we not see on stream frequently that we want to see more of on stream? Does anybody have a take on that?
Your own Wastelands, like, it's honestly a pretty good matchup. Yeah, normally I feel really good in this match.
Doomsday? Okay.
I actually learned not to bring Shogun in this match.
It's always in the second half.
Really not that good in this matchup. No, you only need two.
Or it's
Like an island swamp on your own. Yeah. Like,
did I miss
I
it?
feel like if I choke you, it's like. So,
We just saw Death Shadow side Norna.
oh, that's the blue black, and that's blue black. It feels really bad. I have to. Yeah. But it is something I like.
All right, Hedge Maze, Surveil.
I need like. Yeah, I feel like what are you dropping in this match? 2 cameos, 2 enchantments, and 2 anime players. And I'm bringing in 2 pushes, 1 throw, 2 barrel boys.
All right, Polluted Delta getting cracked here. Basic Swamp is found, and Psychic Frog.
Like, and this, like,
Some good picks by the chat.
yeah, for like game 3.
That's a brainstorm for Jacob.
But also, like, if the game go late, you just don't get my stuff. I need to deal with this. Yeah, this is how I beat, like, round 1 versus the fair version of this.
Okay, that is a Terminus. Card goes to the Psychic Frog goes to the bottom.
People are shaving Hydro Blast for like the third consign, and I think it's like that's wrong. It's like it's the reason why like Moon Stompy and like they just get rid of all these cards are coming.
Curses. There's a throwback.
So I took out the third consign, and apparently the 15th sideboard card also. Because that's really good. But I think people are like, a lot of people. Yeah.
Instead.
Because this is my sideboard otherwise. Like I have this.
I've played my share of weird stompy decks. Those of you that have been hanging out with us for a while are aware.
I kind of like
Curses was one of them.
bring this in because your guys are just so big that by the time I do it, like you're either gonna like rotate the stuff you need and then kill me with like Merit Lage, or like this is gonna kill all my stuff and your stuff, and it's like that. Yeah, this is more for like the elves, Nadu, and things like that. Yeah, and I brought these in just for Merit Lage because I have to, and then these just because like I have to like swing into night.
Bill says, "I love watching Night of the Reliquary gameplay." Yeah, that could be fun. I've been playing a Night of the Reliquary deck for the past, I don't know, couple of weeks or something, and I feel like I still suck with the deck. It's just not like I'm not getting the hang of it maybe as fast as I have for some other decks I've tried, but it's super fun. And skill testing for sure.
I'll play around in Endurance like a lot. But I don't know, do you play like one? Yeah, I have one main deck. I didn't bring a second.
Okay, another Wasteland, this time on Underground Sea. And a Psychic Frog, this time for Jacob. Playing a basic island. Fatal Push kills the frog.
Not time, but you know what I mean.
Bro, I have like 20 lands ahead.
But maybe I'm thinking about the wrong way, and I should just be thinking about way more cards than just be a player. Like that is the value.
Exactly. Because I have to go into animate, right? And that has to be on turn 2. You're gonna have one land in play. I need exactly a 2 animate for this card. The chances of that are like. I mean, it's not.
All right, Narset, Parter of Vels. Seems like maybe there was a double land drop there. Not sure. I wasn't really keeping track. The YouTube commenters will let us know. Force pitching Hydroblast.
Hold it forever. Because I have no. Because like my elf was tapped out. So when you go for the troll, like if I had
Yeah, and
Narset should not have been exiled. Okay, Psychic Frog, move Urion to hand from the companion zone.
doing Endurance. I honestly like. I think.
The extra land drop mattering a little bit here. These mistakes happen. Young Pyromancer. And Ponder, make a token. Okay, Jacob is in the chat, says the Tarm was already on the field. Okay. I was not keeping track. People on YouTube will be fast forwarding, rewinding, and making sure everything is okay.
Like, when I'm playing Grixis Delver against, like,
Fatal push on the frog. Fatal push removes it. Psychic Frog getting hit by removal spells in this match. I don't know.
Third underground scene.
you're still down one card. In a game that's like very resource intensive. So, yeah.
Not sure what's happening here. Maybe they're counting life.
We can sign out the library. I'm bringing Choke. Bringing the Choke? Yeah.
Or did Bill lose track of what duels are left in the deck? Uh-oh. Maybe Bill does not have a black land to fetch here?
With your swords, like you might have been doing like a bounce. It was just like that. Like so much.
Yeah, like, I have 4 swords, 4 power less than that. I saw that.
Yeah.
We're still on your end, or on your main phase.
Yeah, so I guess like...
We can rewind to before. So that's still in hand. One of these tokens is gone. And
Yeah, I'll still fetch then.
okay. Still fetching.
Yeah, I'll just
Oh wait, do you keep... Okay, did you say keep bits?
Okay, so the fatal push actually could not be cast, I guess. Maybe looking for Volcanic Island instead. One of the elementals is gone, Jacob points out. And then we're passing the turn, so the Psychic Frog actually will live.
Let's jump the frog.
yeah, that's good.
But 2 more. I mean...
Wasteland, Undercity Sewers.
Yeah.
I don't really want to drop it, but I don't know, it's like...
What?
You might shave off the mox.
Okay, Psychic Frog will get in a hit here. Up the Beanstalk comes in.
Oh, I see.
Looked like a Lorien Revealed was drawn. Lorien Revealed plus Beanstalk is, as most of you know, a pretty good play.
Really intensive.
You know what Kevin did against me? Is he gonna shave like STP? Like one STP. I don't know if you want to do that. I don't know if you want to do that. Having 8.
Probably gonna try and go after this Psychic Frog with Fatal Push now. Is my guess. All right, first gonna brainstorm, trigger the Pyromancer.
I only have 2 of those. You're bringing in more. Maybe a stab.
I think this isn't a bad place to start. And also, like, fill out the games too. Like, maybe against certain opponents, you want all of these because they're not going to play around like this stuff. They might take out days. If you see the name, they're like not respecting your high-end stuff. They might take out the days. And they might take out forces if they see it. So just like fill it out first.
This is
Well, that's like not bad. You still have 1, and it's gonna do 3 nights. Like that's still pretty. Like you want to keep your threat.
Okay, Fatal Push now on this frog. Jacob would love to protect this frog, I think. Ah, has a Force of Will. Okay. Force pitching Lorien Revealed, trigger the Beanstalk. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this is still no.
Urion Sky Nomad still in hand.
Yeah.
Bowmaster. Okay, in response to the Beanstalk trigger. Okay, this could force a discard of Urion.
Trigger Bowmasters, target frog. Discarding Urion. Oh, that's good. And then force on this is good, and then I'll make it either token.
Is that not from the...
No, I just cast, so I cast
Oh, that's only Brainstorm, yeah. You got it. You're good.
Okay, so 3 elemental tokens now on the board, a 2/2 Orc Army, Bowmaster, Young Pyromancer, and then a 2/3 Frog on Jacob's side. Up the Beanstalk, that's going to trigger the Bowmaster. Another Psychic Frog, okay. So the Psychic Frogs are going to stay back on defense. Bowmaster doing its job here.
Move to combat?
Attack one to 3/3 Orc Army.
Alright, take 3? Yeah. Here you go.
Turn 16, sound right?
Toller Eric says, first thing I see is Young Pyromancer. What a throwback. Yeah. You didn't hear, Eric? Young Pyromancer is tier 1 now. Two Beanstalks on the battlefield, 2 Psychic Frogs on the battlefield. A lot of it being kept in check, I guess, by this Bowmaster. You can look at it that way. Bowmaster pretty good.
I want to. I really want to.
Yeah, Toller Eric having trouble keeping up with the meta. Okay, with Jacob at 10, looks like we're swinging out here. Swinging with everybody? Everybody except for Bowmaster? A little bit of frustration there from Jacob. 3 cards in hand for Bill, who may have some trick of some kind in hand. Discarding Uro. Okay, growing one of the frogs to a 3/4. Block Pyromancer. Block Orc Army.
That's good.
Take 3.
One of the frogs will die. Young Pyromancer will die. I believe Jacob is now hellbent, but Uro's in the yard.
And like the fire, I don't think that's being staged. So like one of the
deal 2 damage to this and get back in Pyro.
Colligan's command. Finish off the other Psychic Frog. Get back Young Pyromancer. Okay, this is getting fun. Bill's gonna fetch.
On your end step, you're going to fetch.
So you can dig to Terminus.
I'm actually just going to put a Terminus right there on top of it.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary to put Terminus on top. Where's Force of Phil? Does anybody know where Force of Phil is? Force of Phil should be watching this right now. He would like it. All right, Terminus goes back on top. And it will be cast. Double Beanstalk trigger. 2 pings from Bowmaster.
Resolve Terminus.
Yep.
Maybe that Pyromancer should have been held on to here. Another Beanstalk. Okay, draw a card. Uro's still in the yard, I believe.
Land turn.
Do you want me to? You want to come outside?
I gotta back up. What the?
Hydroblast on a Pyromancer. It's countered.
Cling to dust or Uro.
All right, Cling to Dust on Uro. The escape mechanic. Keeping the escape mechanic in check, I guess.
We'll get a meticulous archive.
3 up the Beanstalks on the battlefield. Meticulous Archive gets found on end step by Flooded Strand. Jacob will surveil.
Okay, how are you feeling now? Worse?
How are you in the
Throwing away a Bayou. Neither player has creatures right now.
Oh, can I check right? Yeah. I don't think anything else of value. Me can go for terminus if you're scared of it. Okay. Go ahead. Or Mystic Sanctuary. Yep. Whale. Trigger. With those on the stack.
Okay, Murktide, triple Beanstalk trigger, Force of Will on the Murktide.
I'm gonna, as if I don't know you have a Force of Will, I'm gonna sell 5 instances of a series. Okay, so this is getting countered. I'm drawing 3.
Yep.
Murktide was countered, but 3 draws off Beanstalk.
Float block. Pass. With that floating, I'm gonna cling to dust your. I guess your wasteland. Or sorry, flash it back doesn't.
Okay, escaping Cling to Dust here, I believe exiling Wasteland.
My turn. Psychic Frog. That's right. On your end step.
Okay, Psychic Frog, end step Leyline Binding, triple Beanstalk trigger. Ouch.
Okay.
This might be slipping away from Bill here. There's been like 6 extra cards drawn by these Beanstalks in the last 3 turns or whatever it was. Lorien revealed. Oh my goodness. Drawing 6 cards. Carpet of Flowers, okay. I don't know how much that's going to matter here.
Tamio.
And then Tamio. Is that Carpet of Flowers a Surge foil? Does anybody know? Power Blast on Tamio.
I think this card's right.
Legacy players don't even know what Surge foils are. They have no idea.
Legacy players, turn 0!
Okay, I've just heard time in the round. Young Pyromancer has been played. Bill is up a game, so kind of just needs to hold off the no threats on Jacob's side. Murderous Cut on Young Pyro in response to a Brainstorm.
Draw 3.
No, this is M14. That's M14. Drop?
Yep.
It's a Doctor Who Surge foil, Jacob confirms in the chat. Jacob appreciates the finer things, you know. Gotta Surge foil out your decks, people.
Add 2 black to my mana pool.
Magic Ad's asking a great question. Is that the best Carpet of Flowers art? Yeah. Here's Psychic Frog. And Jacob has a lot of cards in hand, so this could potentially be a huge frog. Discarding, it looks like a Triome.
Activate Psychic Frog. Discard a card.
Discarding another Carpet of Flowers. 3 power on the Psychic Frog. Pass the turn. This is turn 2 now, I believe.
Harbor to the tide. Harbor to the sea.
Or small. Yes, actually that's fine.
Okay, Harbinger of the Seas will resolve. There is a basic plains and, well, also a basic island on Jacob's side. Leyline Binding, triple Beanstalk trigger on end step.
With those triggers in the stack?
Yeah. Force of Will, Exile, Ponder, trigger.
Yep. You can draw 6. It's fine.
My God. All right, so drawing a lot of cards here is Jacob off the Force of Will and Leyline Binding. Harbinger is gone, locked under a Leyline Binding now. Psychic Frog available. This is about to be turn 3. Are we just going to make a giant frog, 2 swings, end the game? There's a 1/1 elemental on defense, unlikely to super matter here. Can jump over it. The frog might as well have horsemanship at this point.
Activate frog 6 times.
Yep.
Go with the 8 counters.
I got you. Alright, you good?
Okay, Psychic Frog now has 9 power. Bill will drop down to 9.
I think the energy master will be trickier.
We're doing it all.
Row. Is it even possible that Bill wins this game? Probably not, but can not lose it before time. Molten Collapse the Frog. Force pitching Ponder. Triple Beanstalk triggered. That is the game. Jacob wins the game, and the match ends sadly in a draw. GG's. What a match. What a match. 2-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We'll set up another poll momentarily for the Twitch chat to decide which match we watch next. Our Discord is up on your screen. Bill says he will share the list of the Pyro deck on Discord later. So that's interesting. Okay. Let's set up this next poll. Where are we on time? Okay. We've had some long rounds on today's stream, which is nice. Okay. Which match next? Twitch chat will vote. Options will be Reanimator versus Breakfast, or Grixis Control versus Death's Shadow, or Lands versus Grixis Delver, or Jeskai Control versus Reanimator. Those are your options. 2 minutes to vote. 2 minutes to vote. And as most of you know, these polls are usually rigged by people using their channel points. We will likely be live again at some point this week. If you're interested in our schedule, make sure you're in our Discord. But we will most likely have another stream. Let's see what's going on in here. Interesting. Wow. About a minute left on the poll. Somewhat close vote. Some rigging happening. Duskmorn out next week. We may see some Duskmorn cards shake up the metagame a little bit. Possibly. It's possible. They should bring back the interrupt mechanic. Yeah, that one was a real winner. Who's making these cards? Let's bring back poly artifacts while we're at it. Almost out of time. Lands versus Grixis. Jen contributed 2,200 channel points. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, diving in.
You want to call odd even? Sure. That is odd, right?
Yeah.
All right, Shane's joins us on the right with Lands, and on the left we have Grixis Delver. That would be William making, I believe, their 90s MTG debut. I don't think we've seen William on stream yet. We, you know, if you've been watching the channel, you're aware we have a nice crop of players here in New York City, but we have a lot of new faces coming to the locals. Just over time, just see more and more new faces, and it's a nice thing. And I think this is William's first time playing on stream, so we'll see how this goes.
Right.
Flooded Strand passed the turn. Mox Diamond discarding Ancient Tomb, playing Urza's Saga. Good start to the game. We're going to see Expiration here. Ooh, Expiration. All right. Yavimaya and then Elvish Reclaimer. Quite a start. It looks like Williams holding a copy of Force of Will. Didn't fire it off. I don't know if there's no blue card to pitch, but I mean, usually you want to counter Expiration. Usually you want to counter cards like Elvish Reclaimer. We'll see how this works out. I don't know. I don't know if there's not a blue card to pitch. Magic Ad says, I'm sure the new faces are because Grief is banned. Yeah. Yeah. We, ever since Grief got banned, we have like 700 new people.
I'm watching this time.
That's why you sat here.
Okay, a brainstorm happening now. So there was possibly a way to react to Exploration and or Reclaimer. I guess. Like now there are two Force of Wills in hand. Force pitching Delver on the Reclaimer. Okay, so Reclaimer is countered. Exploration, I mean, it's too late. It's already on the board. There's the Psychic Frog. You've seen Psychic Frog a few times on today's stream, and it ate a lot of removal spells. See if this sticks around. There's Thespian Stage. Scary. Urza Saga has ticked up to 2, so can start making some constructs.
Brainstorms.
Wasteland. Wasteland hits Underground Sea. Looks like one card left for Shane. Swords on the Frog. Okay. Shane's kind of had everything so far in this match. Exploration. Had a Reclaimer to get countered though. Has Stage. Has Saga up and running. Had a Swords for a Frog. Delver. Pass the turn. Okay. Shane's going to make a construct.
What set is that?
Oh, this is from, I think, new Phyrexia, or whatever, the most recent Phyrexia one. This came in like that special collector bundle thing.
Oh, is that a surge?
It's like a...
There's a Saga, ticks up to 3, thinking about what to do with it before it searches. We could see a search for, I don't know, Pip-Boy 3000, maybe Lava Spur Boots, maybe an Expedition map or a Mox Diamond. Could be anything, really.
If I get one land.
So creating a construct, Urza Saga will now search, and Shane will find. Expedition map. Okay.
Cool. So I have one.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
4/4 construct coming in hot. And Shane has passed the turn. Wait. Is that supposed to be the flip Delver? What is happening?
We can go.
What in the world? All right, maybe just because we're scooping it up, we're just like not even gonna bother. Okay.
I'll play first.
Sounds good.
I don't think I'd ever seen that before. Oh man.
Good luck.
William's gonna be hearing from the YouTube commenters if he does that again. All right, William is on the play. Let's hope we don't ever see that happen ever again. He's gonna give him a break, yeah. All right, Volcanic Island. Look like holding triple frog. Basic forest for Shane. Exploration, okay. Brainstorm and response. Oh goodness, I'm seeing Delvers in William's hand. I'm getting anxious. Okay, exploration resolves. Wasteland on the Volk, okay. Polluted Delta gets cracked. Finds a volcanic island. There's Dragon's Rage Channeler. Oh, Life from the Loam. That's really bad news for William, who I don't think has another land in hand and also doesn't have basics in the deck. All right, so Wasteland on Urza Saga. It's something. Attacking. 1 damage. Dredging Loam. Reclaimer. Expiration. Saga. This is going to get ugly really fast, I think. Okay, Shane will crack a Windswept Heath and likely just going to cast Life in the Loam here, returning probably Saga, Wasteland, maybe Heath. Magic Ad's calling the game over. You know, every once in a while on stream we get this like this game that plays out how the matchups are. It's like weird to use the word "supposed to," but how people imagine they used to play out like back in the day, and Lands just beating the crap out of Delver right now, it looks like. I don't know. Delver players in shambles, maybe.
Bobble you.
Sure, go for it.
Mishra's Bobble, take a look. Shane does not give a damn.
Combat? Yep. Upkeep, I'll draw one.
Yeah, not much that Delver can do right now besides surgical this Life in the Loam and end the... All right, well, Shane didn't even dredge, so... Was a Surveil missed? I missed if it was missed, but possibly. We do, I did mention as we were getting started, we do have players playing on camera for the first time. There are some nerves with that for sure. I've talked to a bunch of the local players. Even the ones that we see on camera playing all the time say like, oh yeah, I got a little nervous playing on camera. And Pokimoki points out, I'd be checked out if I was on the Delver side, TBH. Yeah, I wouldn't even blame William if he was like partially checked out right now. There's Tabernacle. Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. The glue that holds Legacy together, I would say. It's hard playing on camera. You start second guessing, third guessing some decisions that even seem easy. It can be, if it's not something you're used to, it can be a little bit difficult. Just knowing, a bunch of other people is going to have their eyes on your game. There's a basic. Okay, so there are basic lands. There's some hope here. Polluted Delta. Can't waste that. There's the Saga's up and running, though.
And it's the Tarmo.
All right, there's Delver of Secrets. And I'm a little nervous, TBH, about this Delver. I'm a little nervous. Don't let us down, William. Okay, making a construct. Regular draw. The Sagas are going to tick up. Okay. It looks like we forgot to play for Tabernacle, but we're going to allow it.
Yeah.
No creatures.
Strike one on Shane.
My bad. Sorry about that.
No, all good. Just go for it.
So now this goes to 2.
Yep, go to the next one.
Shane's going to make another construct with the search trigger on the stack. Search happening here. Maybe this time you just want to get Pip-Boy 3000 and close this game out, but I could also see an argument for getting a different card. I mean, pretty soon it's just going to be Ghost Vacuum every time, right? It's going to get tiring seeing everybody find Ghost Vacuum every single time. Reminds me when they used to find Retrofitter Foundry. All right, here's Mox Diamond. I'm just complaining because I'm a Legacy player. Mox Diamond is found, discarding a Mazavith, maybe? There's Despine Stage. Another Urza Saga. Oh, boy. Attacking for 3?
Take 3.
Yep.
Passing the turn, Delver trigger. It flips, Brainstorm. Oh!
lands. It was one of those ones where it's like, well, if every card I draw after this is a good card. It's not a land. Yeah.
No. No. Why? Okay, it dies. Maybe because we knew it was gonna die, we're not gonna take it out of the sleeve. Okay. Maybe it's okay. Maybe William knew he wasn't gonna pay for it, so he was just like making it look like it flipped. Oh, that was painful though.
I'll just keep that.
I'll copy Saga.
Okay, so Thespian Stage has become a copy of Urza's Saga on end step. It will take up to its first chapter now. First chapter. It doesn't have any chapter counters on it yet.
That's right here. I'll pay for one. Two. And then I have a draw trigger. Dredge here.
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to Dredge. Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter. Oh, God. Wasteland and then Endurance. Oh, man. Brutal. Ooh, Anarchy Inducer pointing out the stage can't make mana at this point. That is true. That is true. It would not have been able to make mana. Great catch by Anarchy Inducer. It also should have a chapter counter on it now.
I've got a premium action.
Sure. I'm gonna float a mana here.
Yep.
Okay, floating a mana with the Saga that is reaching chapter 3, the older one, and going to search. Mr. Arch, thank you for the resub. 19 months. Appreciate that. Shadow Spear is found. Is it better to get Shadow Spear or Pip-Boy 3000 in that situation? Probably Shadow Spear. I could see an argument for both. Life from the Loam. That is a handshake. GG's, a brutal beating of Delver, and poking some fun at Williams' Delver techniques while we're at it. GG's. Just being funny. Just being funny. Okay. Wow. Brutal. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not yet in the Discord, folks. Okay. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat, shall we? Which match next? Your options will be Eldrazi versus Grixis Control, or Echo of Eons? Echo of Eons versus Jeskai Control. Kind of a blue-black brew. Grixis Delver versus Reanimator. Grixis Control. Sorry, Grixis Control versus Reanimator. Breakfast versus Grixis Delver. Or Reanimator versus Jeskai Control. 2 minutes. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Poll happening in the chat. People do try to rig these polls. Just a warning on that. They're usually completely rigged. We will be streaming again this week. I'll make an announcement in our Discord for when. About a minute left on this poll. Seems to be close. People are curious. Maybe dropping a vote or two, but not dedicating too much to the poll at this point. You may see some rigging toward the end. If you're new around here, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have an enormous library of legacy matches and some other formats too for you to watch over there. Almost out of time. All right, Echo of Eons versus Jeskai up next. Let's do it. Let's do it. Diving in.
It was the first session. Good one. I'll take it.
Now let's bring your stifles.
Right, good on it. Good luck. Thank you.
Alright, I have no idea what year it is.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Could it be?
If history, recent history is a guide, it could be
All right, Greg on the left with this Echo of Eons deck, and on the right we have Audrey with Jeskai Control.
You can't be anything.
Sure.
Alright, thanks. And 11, right? Yeah. Pretty good.
11. Brainstorm? Come on.
Did you cut?
All right, turn 1 Brainstorm. Combo.
That's so lucky. Do you have any more?
Might still have more combos than that one, yeah.
Like 2 and faster.
All right, passing in turn after a Brainstorm. Not too scary. Flooded Strand.
I got a basic diamond plus 2.
Okay.
Okay, fetching and passing the turn. Worried about stifles and stuff.
Let me think about this one. Let me hear what you're saying.
Center LED.
Okay, let me think. So that should be
Lion's Eye Diamond on the stack here. Kind of interesting.
Alright, let's do it.
I don't think Audrey knew what he was up against.
Let's just do it. That's perfect.
Could be just.
Force pitching Supreme Verdict doesn't look like, based on the current board, Supreme Verdict is going to make a big difference in this game. Basic Plains pass the turn.
Brainstorm. It's in. Yep. Am I gonna force a brainstorm?
Could be Dreadnought. Still seems alright. I don't know what else is in your. I'll play a Disruptor too. I'll leave it for a second.
Play a mystery for Segal.
I am so confused.
Good. Excellent.
So if I pitch cast it, it just costs 3.
Fourth Year Lingus X is 1.
Yep. I'm at 18.
Go.
Yes.
Okay, Audrey will become the Monarch. Draw off the Monarch. Greg will fetch.
Get a sewers.
Undercity Sewer. Okay.
I can't wait to figure out what I'm playing against.
Yeah, nice.
All right. I think I just heard Audrey say I can't wait to figure out what I'm playing against. So maybe the spiciness will be surprising for everyone involved. I played against Greg at this event. This deck is pretty damn spicy. You've been warned.
Unmask, target you, exile, Psychic Frog.
Unmask, pitching Psychic Frog. Get a look at the hand. Swords, Wrath of the Skies, Force, double Brainstorm. Force of Will is immediately selected.
Drop return.
Get a basic. Actually, no, get a. Get that, and I think that should do it.
I don't know what Grixis is.
Greg cracks the Vernon Catacombs, finds an underground sea, and plays a Lotus Petal.
Okay.
So it's like what is this? I'm just getting a layout.
Anarchy Educer is Greg in the chat. I wish we got our game on camera. Our match was pretty wild, actually. I played against this deck. I don't want to give away too much about what Greg is up to because I think it'll be fun to watch it all unfold. But I don't know what happens in this match, so we'll see. All right, Dark Ritual. Okay.
On Winds.
Play 3 spells.
Right.
Distracting mana.
That's what it's in there for.
3 black.
Okay. Audrey keeping track of Storm. Doesn't seem to give a crap about Storm. Entomb.
Echo of Eons.
Sure.
There's Echo of Eons.
Are you casting it?
Yeah. So I will use Island and 2 black. So close to just instant kill.
So you have no more mana, you have 2 colors.
I have no mana and no more land drops.
Okay, so no mana floating, no more land drops. Echo of Eons resolving now. And yeah.
It's a land drop for sure. I think you started.
Yeah.
Yeah, you started. You started Island Brainstorm, I went.
Right, I drew a Lotus Petal instead of a land. Okay. Sure, so I have a land drop.
Okay, so Greg actually does have a land drop. The players are in agreement on that. I lost track. But I think Greg was on the play, so that makes some sense.
I haven't missed one. So you must have one.
No, but like I might have missed a land drop and played.
I am actually not sure. I am fine with you having one.
Get this trash out of here.
Okay, the YouTube viewers will be gleaning through this for all errors, but I think the players have now agreed that Greg does actually have a land drop this turn.
I mean, even if this was.
There was never a wasteland or anything in this game, right? No.
So if I hadn't made a land drop that.
Okay, Lotus Petal, Brainstorm.
Yeah, that was very good. I was like, okay, this is probably Cradle Control then.
I've known for, so that's why it's in here.
Ah, okay, that's smart. Yeah. That's probably good.
So I'm thinking about this.
Yes. I don't think we're going to time anyways.
Audrey with a bold prediction. I don't think we're going to time. I don't know. Who knows? Unmask pitching Cabal Therapy. Okay. The new hand is revealed. Flooded Strand, Tundra, Prismatic Vista, Mystic Sanctuary, Fourth Year Lingus, Supreme Verdict, and Brainstorm. Not a very disruptive hand against against whatever it is Greg appears to be doing right now. Brainstorm is selected. That makes sense. Cabal Therapy now.
Okay.
Target himself. Echo of Eons in the yard. The last cards in hand are Reanimate and Animate Dead. And then just passing the turn. Okay? So there's an Echo of Eons and a Cabal Therapy in the yard. Both have flashback. Reanimate and Animate Dead are the cards in hand.
No creatures. I have myself at 16. You at 18. Did I miss?
I just finished.
Oh, you just finished. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
4 for 2 and attack.
So I take 6.
You take 6 for attack.
Go to 10.
All right, making 2 more Human Knights, attacking for 6. Nice tokens. Looks like we're moving to the Monarch step. Pass the turn.
Brainstorm.
Yeah.
5 land, something else. And I was like, well,
This is worth a mana.
I got the bet. More cards are better than fewer.
Yeah. No, and you're like,
Brainstorm
oh,
was-
I'm gonna go slow.
Gave me 3 pieces of action. I put 2 lands back, shuffle.
Nice, 3 pieces of action.
Risky.
Yeah, mine was risky too.
I'll
I thought maybe
You thought I might have won.
would be good.
For Run Wing, and you thought Tabernacle would be good against decks I like to play.
But it could tap for mana, so Yavimaya. So it wasn't bad. If you just draw a third land.
Okay, 1 black floating and flashing back Echo of Eons, it looks like.
Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I have 1 black. Sure. Okay, so I have 1 black. Yeah, that's fine.
1 black floating. 1 black floating, flashing back Echo of Eons.
Very nice. Do you want to use these? I feel like maybe not clear.
Huh?
The color, I mean.
You have black ones?
I don't. I usually have like a purple one.
Alright,
But you can pick whatever.
yeah, sure. Okay, so I have 1 black.
Or maybe black. Maybe that color is better for black because it's very similar.
Honestly,
Either one.
that's fine. Yeah, okay.
Are you here tomorrow?
7 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so drawing up 7 cards now for both players. Let's see what Greg drew here.
Maybe I'll just show you.
Can't quite see what's in there. Looks like maybe there's a land. Not sure.
Blue? Yep. Black. Psychic. That's in.
Okay, using the black that was floating, casting a Psychic Frog. That will resolve.
Next is
Discard Hull Breacher.
Sure. Oh, I see.
You have Bobble.
Okay, discarding Hull Breacher. Discarding Reanimate.
7.
Yes, I'm at 7.
Casting Reanimate. Okay, casting Reanimate. Hull Breacher's now in play. Okay. I'm understanding what's going on.
That's your basic. Yes, it's a new game.
Swords on Hull Breacher. Hull Breacher is gone.
Basics are supposed to be.
Okay, then a Brainstorm can resolve safely.
It does scare me still. What's it called? Harbinger.
Oh yeah. You should.
Audrey is the Monarch, has 3 2/2 Human Knights on the board. Not enough cards in the graveyard currently for Greg to jump this frog. I don't know. I don't even know if Greg has much else going on. It looks like the hand has Underground Sea. All right, found another Swords. Discarding Echo of Eons in response. Okay. Okay. So Greg will gain some life, then get hit again by these 3 Human Knights.
Answer drop.
Tap. Draw.
Is the Eons list in Discord? I don't believe it is right now. I can try to get it keep in mind, in the next couple of weeks, as Eternal Weekend is coming up, some of our local players are coming up with some decks, and we may see... What is that? Oh, that's Stern Dismissal countering the Bowmaster.
Did I play a land from Stern Dismissal?
I am not tracking it anymore.
I don't think I did.
Instead,
Go.
I'll play
Sure.
Destructive Fleet.
We may see some of the local players kind of hiding their brews for a little while. Stern Scolding. Sorry, yeah, I had the wrong name. Thank you, HG. Stern Scolding. My bad. Just trying to get that in there.
Ping you. 16, 17.
Yeah, Anarchy Inducer is Greg in the chat. This is the beta testing version.
Okay. Thunder? Yep.
Play of the Super.
Greg has some nice finishes at large events. Consistently putting together some really sweet combo decks. If you've been hanging out with us on stream for a while, you're aware.
Yes.
There's Narset Parter of Vales.
Combat 4.
Yeah, boy.
Go to 4. And sub-drop.
All right, Greg will drop down to 4. Drawing up the Monarch, and Greg might be out of time for this game. Shieldred, okay. That was a good draw. Prismatic ending and an attack. That will end the game. Game 1 goes to Audrey.
Hold it. Man, you're here to make friends today.
No.
Just you.
I love this.
I mean, if you mull a lot, I'll just help you out.
Brainstorm right now.
That is true.
Pokimoki says Chris knows all the magic cards. Every time he messes up, it's really just a test to make sure chat is on their toes. You know what, Pokimoki? I could not have said it better myself. Jen says this looks nothing like the decks on Goldfish. Yeah, wait until you hear about our local meta. I lost to Radstorm 6 matches in a row. All right, here's Psychic Frog.
Combat. Yep. No blocks. 1. Yep.
For those of you that are planning to play in competitive Legacy events coming up, especially Eternal Weekend, don't do what people did last year and completely ignore the offline cards. They get smacked by Triumph of St. Catherine. Don't do it.
Yeah. Good catch.
Is this Echo deck on the spreadsheet? It should be. It should be.
I still want to do all this. It's the same. Yeah, I'll pass to you.
6 cards.
End step. I'm going to try 3 draw and make 3 spawns.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam's saying Radstag has a good chance of taking down Eternal Weekend. It's very possible. Very possible. You really never know. Prismatic ending for the Frog.
Discard an Echo. Sounds good. Yep, Frog is dead.
Discarding Echo of Eons.
Yikes.
Get a sewers.
Undercity Sewer, Surveil. Jen says a lot of the offline cards are now on Magic Online, like Triumph of St. Catherine and Chaos Defiler. Yeah, that was last year, though. There's been a bunch of new ones in Doctor Who and Fallout since then, for example.
Yep.
This one.
Protection from everything.
Cast Ritual.
Play Cloud.
Here's Dark Ritual.
Black. Real.
Force of Negation on the Echo of Eons, pitching Supreme Verdict. Okay, so Supreme Verdict stayed in post-sideboard, respecting the Bowmasters and the Shieldrids and the Hull Breachers and the Frogs. I like that move by Audrey. Entomb. That's scary.
Fetch and surveil.
It'll be Echo of Eons.
Would you like to cop before surveil?
Don't be brainstorm.
Brainstorm is in. Looks like a Lion's Eye Diamond was in the mix there. Maybe we'll see Greg Echo of Eons this turn. 2 cards go back on top.
Unmask, exiling enemy.
En masse pitching Animate Dead. Sink it to Stupor, Lorien revealed, and 2 basics.
Go ahead.
Sink it to Stupor chosen. Nope, Lorien revealed chosen. Okay. Lion's Eye Diamond. Flashback Echo of Eons. Fetch and response. I thought Sync was chosen.
Sure. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. The one that counters a spell and actually does something. Yeah.
That's why I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, so Audrey missed the communication there that Sync it to Stupor was selected. I thought that's what Greg said or pointed at. But anyway, okay, so Anarchy Inducer is Greg in the chat. I pointed at Stupor and said Lorien revealed a derp on my part. Okay, so we fixed it.
Sure. Okay, so you're at 18. Yes. Okay, cool. Come on.
It would not have made much sense to not choose Sync it to Stupor there, I guess. So we're waiting for the players to draw their new 7s. And let's see if Greg can do anything exciting.
Wasteland your eyes. It's safe to do right now, isn't it? Yes.
All right, Greg's just going to pass the turn.
So let me think.
If I had Spirit Guide, keep a land in play at the cost of 2 cards for
I'm going to do it anyway right now.
Yeah, I'm going to Spirit Guide a crop rotation and sacrifice in the eye. Yeah? Okay. I'll actually get a...
Respond. Sure. Ritual? Sure. Flash and Hull Breacher. One black.
Fetch.
I'll respond to the fetch. I'm casting 2. Okay.
Okay, so a little bit of a stack building here. A Hull Breacher in response to a Ponder, a Fetch in response to that, and an Entomb in response to that. So Entomb is resolving now. It'll be another copy of Echo of Eons. It sounds like Hull Breacher will not make it to play. Stern Scolding.
Sure. Results?
Yeah.
Okay, now the Ponder will resolve. Passing the turn back to Greg. Makes a land drop. Has an Echo of Eons in the graveyard.
Fetch. Okay. Get a mountain and power blasted.
Yeah, it's just 5.
Okay, it's getting power blasted on the stack.
I'll draw 6 cards.
Yep.
I think that's 3 Echo of Eons so far in this game, right? Is it? I think so.
I am busy.
So we might spawn. 2 triggers. I will target your green.
Okay, 4th Earlingus, X is 2, gonna make 2 knights. Audrey will become the Monarch, it looks like. Yep.
And I will attempt an entomb.
Okay, an Entomb on end step. Before the Monarch trigger resolves, I guess. Atraxa this time, okay. Okay.
And then pass the turn.
Okay, just a land drop and passing the turn.
I will entomb for the
Okay, another Entomb. This time putting Cabal Therapy into the graveyard. Okay. Then Audrey will draw off the Monarch.
Sure. That sounds right.
Lion's Eye Diamond. No Echo of Eons in the yard right now, I don't believe. Traxa and a Cabal Therapy are relevant. Discarding Echo of Eons. Okay, so it was in hand. It's getting Power Blasted, though. Greg now hellbent. No more Echo of Eons in the deck, I believe.
Six.
All right, that is the match. Audrey gets it. GG's. A first look at a new brew. A first look at a new brew, I would say. GG's. Really cool deck. I played against Greg at that event, and I lost. The match was wild, though. It was there was a lot going on. A lot of action. Maybe we'll see that deck again soon. Who knows? Okay. Stick around for a raid, everybody. You'll get some channel points. We will be live again this week at some point. I will announce in the Discord when. And I'll see everybody soon. Stick around for a raid. Peace out.